Mic check. Okay, I don't think I fixed my little noise gate problem that I had before, so I apologize for that. Zay lives in Callie's box. It's too messy right now just because it's my office and I haven't cleaned it in a little bit. Callie, want a treat? You want a treat? It's for you. Here, I'll give you another one just because I love you. Okay. I'm gonna go stash these before she figures out how to break into the bag again and eats them all. It's good to have them on hand, but I haven't had them on hand in a bit. She started using my backpack as a cat bed because I don't use my backpack anymore, I guess, and it's comfortable for her. Do you want out? If I let you out, I don't know if you can come back in. Is this like, okay, hold on. Now she wants out. No. Okay. Here we go. Let's get the stream started, shall we? Congratulations on redeeming Force 4. Welcome in. We have Improv. Hello, hello. Sparkles. Aiko and Cole and Callie Pup. Hello, everybody. Welcome to another stream. How is everyone? How's everyone's day going? What's everyone up to? Me personally, I just took down all the Christmas ornaments in on our tree. So we're gonna probably get rid of that this week. And then, let me think. We leave our Christmas lights up all year round because they light up our stairway. So, you know, and no one wants to trip and die going down the stairs at 3 a.m., right? So we leave those in all year round. And we haven't really decorated besides that. So we're good on getting our Christmas decorations down, you know? I have achieved the highest level of bee productivity in Minecraft. I thought you ascended bee godhood a while ago, to be honest. Too busy? Well, you were gonna watch that, the keynote, right? How'd that go? Has it happened yet? I saw that a lot of people had snow days today, so I expect everyone to be having a very chill, relaxing day. No, that's later? Oh, okay. I have a couple of friends talking about it too. I know nothing about it, but they seem excited for it. 9:30 AST, I think. I was always on the verge of ascendance, but wasn't able to bridge the gap between high and very high productivity. But now, have you reached peak? Is this the peak? I almost kind of finished my bee area. So I got some hives that I found throughout the world, and I've set those up. Wait, did I miss? Oh no, okay. 5 stream watch streak, let's go! 5 again. I hate how I keep breaking it once I get a high number. It's okay, it happens. I don't stream consistently enough too. That's also probably part of the issue. Another issue. Well, I don't know what days I want to stream. So lately, I've been feeling like I've been doing the fun, hyper productive sessions where I'm working on like editing, or I'm working on rigging, or I'm working on Minecraft. Minecraft isn't very productive though in my eyes. I hate to say it, but Minecraft isn't super productive as much as I want it to be. I too need to get my bees underway, but I just have the solitary bees hanging out. So if I need them, then I can access them. I don't know what you mean. It's super productive for you. You're doing great. Keep it up. But I've been working on rigging, or I've been working on video editing. So I have 2 videos on the verge of being done. So I'm probably gonna publish a Left 4 Dead video this month, and then next month you'll probably get a Baldur's Gate video, and then I'll fall off the face of YouTube's earth again. hopefully that will happen. Hopefully I'll be able to hold out for a little while and make more videos, but you know, it is what it is. Minecraft is peak productivity. Yes, indeed, of course. Capitalists are jealous of what I can achieve. And then, well, we are thinking of adding some stuff to the mod pack already. Or at least removing some stuff, because I'm over the Stalwart Dungeons mod, because we've already done like all the dungeons, and now they just keep showing up and they're the same loot and it's boring. Which I get, it's like they're too common, you know? The dungeons are too common and their loot is kind of useless now because we are all super, super cool, you know, super OP, etc. So I'm kind of like, ugh. I don't know, I might want to remove it. Although, well, I mentioned before that I thought the story mode armors aren't working for the mod. And Kinu found one piece of that, one piece of all the armor out of all the chests that we have opened. He's the only person I know that has achieved or found one piece of armor, any armor from the mod set. So I was like, oh, well, maybe that should be the next goal then. That will probably be like a forever server goal to complete all the armor sets for the museum if they choose to donate it to the museum. Because I have not seen a single one of those armor sets and there's no configuration file for it. So it's probably like I'd have to open the mod itself, and then edit the text in there or something. I don't know. Please add the Iron Chest mod. Yeah, probably that one, as well as the Twilight Forest is one I really want to add, because I've never finished the Twilight Forest. And we didn't get to do it on Squeeze's server, so I would really want to do it on mine and see what's up with that, you know? I don't know what else it adds though. I know it adds like bosses and you have to progress in a certain way. My current goal is to make a max beacon out of netherite. Okay, that's just a flex. That is the biggest flex I've ever seen. But today we're playing more Ace Attorney with Cole as my assistant voice actor. And I'm very excited because we're finally in the hecking court, or we'll be entering the court. So I'm around 10 to 20% of the way there though. I'm just a little guy. You're one of the greatest little guys though, you know? I'm so excited for your demo reel though, because you said it's gonna be very like professional, right? Very professional, and I'm very much looking forward to it. Another thing is, like I mentioned before, I've signed up for a little voice acting class, so I'm excited for that too. That's this month and next month, so I'm so excited. I'm so excited to learn more. So welcome to the stream, Leaves. How are you? I'm doing pretty good. I'm doing really good actually. We just had homemade pizza, which is amazing. I'm so dead tired. Aren't you in a very different time zone than us? Like what time is it for you right now, Leaf? You got this 110%. Thank you guys. Thank you. You guys are so sweet. If you ever want recommendations, I've taken a bunch of classes. Oh, it is 7 p.m. for you. Oh, then you're in the same time zone as me actually. Oh, was today just hard? Did you have work today? Or did you just like, it could just be one of those days. December, like the winter months suck the soul out of me for some reason. I had my first day of work. Your first day of work? Wait, a new job or? Sorry, I'm normal. East Coast, Beast Coast. No, you're so right. I'm scheduled for 3 meetings tomorrow. Ooh, meetings. The problem with like classes is that like I'm also trying to look for a job myself, you know? No coast, best coast. And Bob alone alone in the middle. Actually no, Panda's in the middle too. Take that as you will. But where's the Wampter? I have class as well, but I will look at it tomorrow. Oh, you're working and doing classes? No wonder you're heckin' tired. Oh my god. Hold on, let me hydrate because I realized improv redeems that. Hold on. Um, let me see. 5 classes in 40-hour work week. Are you okay, Leaf? Genuinely, are you okay? One of the greatest hacks I've learned is to take naps in your car. If you need to. I had a little sleeping bag in my car so I could take naps between classes. So I'm guessing it's morning classes and then work the rest of the day, but god damn. You just let it engulf you then? Okay. Okay. Let me see which here. I want to finish school and it's my field job. Yeah, I understand that. Hecking good luck with that, because that is some true dedication. I've been doing a little job searching myself. Oh wait, actually I just realized my camera's off. Hee hee. I've been doing a little job searching myself. Let me fix my thing because now it's like weird. Okay. There's like no lab jobs where I am, and I'm trying to work in a lab or something. Ideally, we'd work in a DNA lab, right? In a perfect world, there'd just be a DNA lab job up for grabs, and I'd just take it. Thank you for the glasses. It makes me feel smarter. It adds +1 brain cell to all thoughts. But then there's no jobs in my area that are offering that. So a lot of the jobs in my area are just research, like genetics research and stuff that I'm not familiar with, you know, despite my degree. Like I've never, like microbiology stuff. I didn't take a microbiology class, but there's a lot of microbiology jobs. It's like water quality tests, and I'm like, that's boring. Like the last thing I want to do is like ecology, water, etc., bugs. Ideally, I somehow get the job as a CEO of a small company and do minimal work, but sadly that's unrealistic, so instead I'll flip burgers and move food. Didn't you want to work in Japan as like and teach English or something? Or something along those lines, if I remember right? I see the capitalism is strong with you though, in terms of at least like your Minecraft capitalist mindset is leaking into your real life for. My roommate did that before. He lived in Japan as an English teacher for a bit. I didn't know he had a roommate actually. I know you have a partner. I didn't know you had a roommate. But that's fun. That's a lot of fun. I realized when Val asked the other day where I would want to travel if I could, I should have said Japan because that's probably the best answer. But realistically, I never travel alone. You know, like I'd have to have someone with me. I'd have to be meeting someone there to keep track of me because I'm too scared to travel alone, especially over like large open waters and stuff, you know? How's a homemade pizza? I made pasta. Pasta! I love pasta. The pizza was really good. My sister made it. It is really, really good. Salutations, resin, fine shites. Welcome in, Boydior. How are you? It's been a minute. How's your New Year's? How was your holidays? Did everyone take down their holiday decorations yet, or are they still hanging up? Does everyone leave them up till July? Or year round like me? I was with my nesting partner, then a friend and his wife had the other half of the town's and then a friend and his wife have the other half of the townhouse. I see. Okay, that makes sense. Oh my god, yes. Save money. Never had a holiday deco. Okay, good. No hassle to take it down then. Easy. Any else you want to do something illegal and piss you off? Huh? Huh? Well, I guess it depends on the activity. But I'm good. How have you been? Dude, I've been doing great. Doing great. Just hanging out, being cool. Being productive, actually. Surprisingly productive, despite being out of school. I guess it's just because, like, content creation gives me something to do, you know? Like, instead, like, I don't have a real career job yet. I just have um, my little, like, serving job. But they've been calming down because of the winter months. There's no weddings, you know? So I've been doing a lot of video editing, a lot of rigging for my model, my custom model. Um, I've been watching Squid Games and doom scrolling. I feel like when you're bored, just start streaming yap for a bit, lol. But then I have to talk to people, you know? Like, as much as I love you guys, sometimes I just don't feel like talking to people, you know? And I just want to, like, hang out, listen to my music, do my things, you know? So I got my video editing, and that's enough for me. Talking to people is rough on God. The fun part about doing video edits though and recording your like playing sessions with people is that you get to relive your memories with them, you know? So I get to go back and be like, "Oh my God, I remember when I played this game with this person. I remember this," and it's so much fun. Until you rewatch your own video like 20 times and then it becomes less and less fun. But then in the future me will look back and be like, oh my God, that's so much fun. If I could watch my own stuff all the time, I would, just so I could relive all those memories. But that would be kind of unhealthy to constantly live in the past, you know? Talking to people is rough on God. Indeed. Indeed. I'm gonna hop into the streaming channel and let Cole know he can join us whenever. Hopefully my Wi-Fi holds out because it was bugging a bit yesterday. So, modern day scrapbooking? Seriously, I saw this thing where you can put like pictures into a scrapbook, and if you scan your phone over it, it'll play a video. I think it's probably like a scam of some sort though because I get too many ads for it, just like the Pi ad blocker thing. That's what I love about posting the clips is like you can rewatch the clips later and think about how you had fun with friends and such. Indeed, except I hate editing clips. Hi! Actually, do you edit, like, you do clips sometimes. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Give me one sec. I gotta fix audio stuff because it was set for how I record. Hee. So now people on the VOD will be able to hear you.
Well, they'll just have to think of what I said as a mystery. They'll never know.
They should have been there. That, you know.
I was there.
Yeah, you guys could say I was there. I remember when X gamed with Y while on Z stream Nodders. Yes, indeed. And then wait, I saw people that do like clipping VODs. Like they'll go back and clip throughout your VODs, and I'm like, what if they can't find anything to clip? I'm so scared of that.
I have looked through those offers before, just because it is kind of a pain to try and go back yourself. And one of the stipulations I found commonly was that they're like, "There's no guarantee I'll actually find anything." By the way, just bear in mind.
If I pay someone to clip my VODs and they can't find anything to clip, I'll like expire. I'm not even kidding.
They're like, sorry, bud, this is boring.
It's not that I like think I'm boring or something. I just think I'm better at like longer conversations that aren't clippable. My
I get that.
highlight is talking to people in like low key settings, I guess.
I mean, I relate to that a lot. I do story times a lot, and typically the stories are longer than like 30 seconds. So
yeah, that too. Like I wouldn't mind if the clips were longer, but I just want them to find something. Otherwise, it'll be like my highlight is trauma dumping. It certainly leaves an impression, yes. Okay, hold on. Let me share my screen. And we have to pray my Wi-Fi doesn't go out because it snowed.
I believe.
And let me switch my category because I'm a professional. Womp.
Honestly, as somebody that has worked in the cable industry a while back, snow actually typically, I mean, it depends on the lines, but snow actually typically has less of an impact than rain does sometimes.
It feels like every time it snows, my Wi-Fi gets bad.
You probably have old, rotten lines.
Maybe. That is entirely possible. Hello, welcome to Stream Keanu. How are you? Okay. Let me switch over. Actually, Dior, I didn't know you like posted clips and stuff.
Yeah. I have a TikTok for that purpose. I haven't done it in a minute, mainly because I haven't been going back to clip my own stuff as much.
Yeah. I don't go back. I listen to my own VODs a lot, but it's mostly kind of like to desensitize myself to my own voice. Or I'd be like, what could I have done differently here? You know, like I criticize myself and my own VODs.
I mean, I get it. I do similar stuff. The only thing that I struggle with is I am desensitized to my own voice. We've gotten there. Anytime I try and record myself singing, I'm like, and I shrivel up and die.
I feel that. I feel that a lot, to be honest. Just thinking about it, I've been trying to record a cover for the past like 6 months. It hasn't. I keep changing songs because I'm like, ooh, it doesn't sound as good as I want it to.
Honestly, you just kind of get to send it at a certain point. I know I'm bad about it too. It's like, yeah, well, it has to be good enough. It's like, well, say love you.
Yeah, I mean, it'll take me hundreds of tries, but it'll turn out somehow.
Oh yeah.
Okay, we're ready to lock in. Is the stream working for you?
Yes, I am perceiving.
Okay, fantastic.
I look forward to seeing your mouse movements.
Don't mind me at all. 20th of February, 9:23 a.m. The Old Bailey Defendant's Antechamber.
Oh wait, I have to be animated.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, here we go. Hi. Well, I never expected this. Who'd have thought we'd be back here again so soon?
We are on a study tour of Great Britain, with the intention of learning the country's legal practices. In order to research the latest court procedures here, we need as much court experience as possible. These glasses are perfect.
Well, actually.
I feel so much smarter.
Yes, I suppose that's true, but... For the person in the dock, it may well be his or her one and only time in court, and it could be life-changing. In which case, treating it as research may seem a little... crass?
Oh, when you put it like that, you're quite right. I don't know who's saying this. Good morning!
Good morning.
How many lattes do I have to make you do my dishes tonight? Honestly, I'll do it for free. Actually, 1 latte is enough. When you put it like that, skill issue on that guy, for real. You hate listening to yourself sing. My voice sounds so different from a mic than it does in my head when I speak. That's exactly why you need to desensitize yourself to your own voice and recordings and stuff.
Yup.
Oh. Here you go.
It's the lad. It's the boy. Mr. Natsume. Good morning.
Good morning. Why is he?
Good morning.
Wait, his eyes are red.
I don't blame him.
Oh dear, are you alright? Your eyes are terribly bloodshot. It's just like me, for real, for real.
The early bird catches the worm. as they say here in Britain. Yes, I've heard that expression.
Would you still love me if I was a worm?
If I was the early bird.
But I don't really want to catch a worm. She wouldn't love you if you were a worm.
Oh, it's so sucky.
It probably doesn't help that I try to sing in the other voice sometimes too. I should try that. I should try singing in my ooh voice. That sounds really
Yay. Oh gosh. So I tried desperately not to wake up early, but I was so worried I couldn't catch a wink. And now, I'm absolutely exhausted as a result.
What if they think he's on drugs?
He just had a blunt. Do all literary people take things so literally?
You feel like a cute girly girl until you listen to yourself. Oh my god, I can't say.
Oh my god.
You're the cutest girly girl for. Don't sweat it.
I'm gonna throw it out there.
Mhm.
Cute's a state of mind. I'm cute as fuck.
So true, so true. Cognitively cute. Thank you for putting your faith in us today, Mr. Natsume.
I wish I had 9 lives. My whole future hangs in the balance. I'm too terrified to tremble.
I don't like the poses he does when he's doing this. He like poses like a muscle man sometimes, you know? Like if he had muscles and he was trying to flex in the mirror like a gym bro.
No, I want him to flex out of his shirt, just like rip the clothes off.
I don't know if I want to see that.
No, he's totally ripped under there. I'm sure of it. Really? Because I can feel tremors in the floor. I can't do this. I can't take it. Although, locum student Mr. Naruhodo Esquire. Yes? I caught a glimpse of the public gallery as I walked by the courtroom. It looked like the opening night of the opera. There were so many people. I had no idea my case was such a notorious affair here in London. Oh, neither did I.
There were a lot of people in the last trial, but the last guy was rich, so I don't know.
Maybe people are just bored.
Probably. What else is there to do? They don't have TVs yet.
Right? They just want to see the Vampire Man. Also a solid option.
You're so right.
Do you know why that might be, Mr. Sato?
I'm sorry, Mr. Naruhodo, but I have no idea.
So that all-knowing look on your face is just coincidence then, is it?
That's her default expression. I mean, when I see the vampire lady, it's a man.
Don't hide the truth from me! It's because of the Reaper, isn't it?
Yeah, his fan club is here.
They want to see you fucking die. Lord Van Zeeks? Is it Zeeks or Zykes?
I say Zeeks.
I'm assuming it's Zeeks. Okay.
Any man can be best girl. You're right. He can be the best himbo.
Being cute's a state of mind.
Indeed. Welcome in, Panda. How you doing?
Hello. Is that right, Mr. Sato?
I'm doing a funny little shout out. Hold on. Okay.
Hell yeah.
I purchased as many different newspapers as I could find this morning, and yes, Lord Van Zeeks is on the front page of every one. Oh my god, perfect! I could cut it out and put it on my fridge.
Scrapbooking.
Scrapbooking, but it's just Lord Van Zeeks in every page.
I knew it!
Sometime after the prosecutor was dubbed the Reaper of the Bailey, he stopped appearing in court, it seems. It's been several years now, in fact, until the day before yesterday.
Yes, Inspector Gregson told us something similar, didn't he?
Oh, I'm good. How are you? I'm doing great. Just having a nice, chill night. So I'm staring at, hubby over here. Well, I guess Serenity's hubby, really. But what he doesn't know won't hurt him. The trial 2 days ago marked Lord Van Zeek's return to the courtroom after a very long hiatus. It's you.
Did you want to do this part or should I?
This is Uno speaking.
Oh, I'm
Zero.
a goofus then.
It's okay.
Oh yeah. The trial of Magnus McGilded. Ah, what a harrowing experience that was.
I believe that appearance made even greater waves here in the capital than today's. That's because a rich man was involved. And you know what they say, where there's money, there's men.
You're so right.
I don't know if that's a saying, but I made that up just now, as far as I'm aware.
Nah, I believe it. But we wouldn't have realized, of course, having only just arrived in the country.
Why is the Reaper back in the Bailey so soon for what appears to be a mundane murder? Indeed, when there's money, there's plenty of men to go around. Why do you say it like that?
Wink wonk, wink wonk wink.
Sus. That's the question the papers are asking, and they are all speculating various answers.
Mundane! Mundane! It's the most significant saga of the century to some of us!
Oh dear, I meant no offense, Mr. Natsume, but that is how the papers are describing it.
Well, they're dumb.
Burn 'em.
Well, lest we also forget the fact that it could spark an international incident. Obviously, the reappearance of this infamous prosecutor has caught people's attention. But there's another blatant similarity with the trial of 2 days ago.
The Reaper? Yes, I agree.
Locum student Mr. Naruhodo Esquire. It's you!
Oh my god, we're the murderer. What if we're murdering people in our sleep? I'm just kidding.
We do have a sword.
True, but I don't know if any of them died to a sword.
Me? Well, I suppose that's true. Both times, it is you who stands against this legendary prosecutor. It can only mean that you're friends with the Reaper!
Okay, that's an interesting jump.
Please, I don't rub shoulders with Deathbringers.
Sleep murder goes crazy. I only do that on Wednesday. On Wednesday, we murder in our sleep.
Tonight, we kill.
The rest of the nights, we sleep. I'm afraid that there's really only one other explanation. It can only be another example, Mr. Naruhodo, of your uncommon bad luck. He's, yeah, very unlucky, actually.
Sucks to suck. Thanks for that.
And on Friday, I piss in trash cans while sleepwalking. You might want to get that checked out.
You live the life of a raccoon.
The life of a foreman is strange indeed.
Oh, this is just my luck. Why must I be represented by a man with such fatal fortune? By the least lucky lawyer alive!
Oof.
Well, let's not forget that it was you, Mr. Natsume, who asked me to represent you.
We didn't really have a choice because our boss man was like, go represent this guy in court. So I don't know why they keep acting like we had a choice.
I mean, at the end of the day, Natsume did ask.
True. But we were kind of forced to take it on anyways.
Yeah. Yes, it's true that I'm just a student, new to London, with little in the way of experience or skills, or luck. But I promise you this. I will fight your corner. I will fight your corner until the bitter end, and I will believe in you, Mr. Natsume.
Oh,
Oh, benevolent locum student, Mr. Naruhodo Esquire.
his eyes are just as pink as his little handkerchief.
Yeah, it bled.
You're not alone here with us, Mr. Natsume. Whatever happens, we will always be on your side. Aww.
Oh, benevolent non-locum assistant, Mrs. Mikatopa Esquires. Non-locum assistant.
What does locum mean?
I'm not
I'm assuming
sure,
it's
actually.
law.
Let's find out.
Oh, my keyboard died. Oohee.
Locum.
Oh. I'm guessing it's...
A person who stands in temporarily for someone else of the same profession. Oh.
Interesting.
I think he's saying that because we're a student. We're not actually a lawyer yet.
But he would also... Well, actually... Yeah, because we're not standing it. Wait. Because... Oh my god. Uno's standing in for a lawyer, but she's not standing in for anyone. Also, they skipped things again.
Yeah, I'm not a fan when it just like moves the dialogue like that.
I kind of get it, but it's still like,
I am in your debt forever. I shall never forget this great kindness for as long as I live.
Mr. Natsume, counsel for the defense. Figure why not.
Oh yeah.
The court session is about to begin. Kindly make your way into the courtroom at once.
Right now.
Right now.
All right then, Mr. Natsume. It's time. Let's go. Yes! My man needs to relax, dude.
Maybe he'll pass out in court and it'll be fine. He'll finally get some good rest.
Okay, hyperventilates and just conks out. This is it. My second appearance in a British courtroom. And my second trial against the Reaper. I hope you're watching over me, Kazuma.
I miss him.
He looks so cool. Because this time, I won't let my faith waver. I'll believe in my client to the last. Just like you believed in me.
I wish you were there to meet him.
I believe I can do this now. I'm ready for this fight.
I miss his boyfriend.
He seems pretty neat. He's just standing there with
cool.
his bandana blowing in the wind.
He was such a cool guy. 20th of February, 10 o'clock a.m., the Old Bailey courtroom. Oh, a new jury! I guess that makes sense.
Would you want me to, or do you want to?
I can do it. Well, I think it's hard because, well, I guess he doesn't have many lines, but I'll do it. It's fine.
It's all your preference.
I don't want to make you have to voice every single person because they're all men.
Well, no, I don't mind doing them. I just don't want you just to be like chilling there.
No, it's fine. It's fine. In the name of Her Majesty the Queen, I hereby declare this court to be in session. I now call upon the counsels for the prosecution and defense to declare their willingness to proceed. There you go.
Okay, here we go. Let me see if I can find this. 1 second.
Well, I think it would be something right around here, wouldn't it? Or maybe even a little bit more like this. I think this could work very well. What about you?
Yeah, sounds good to me.
Fantastic. The prosecution is fully prepared, my lord.
The defense is ready, my lord.
Do you want me to take over Uno if it's too big of a jump to switch between them? Because they talk sometimes between them.
Do you want to do it all? I mean, I'm fine switching, but...
Okay, if you can manage to switch, then we'll keep it.
Okay.
Okay. Look at him.
The Nipponese are a truly fascinating breed.
Bro. Slightly racist.
Why do you...
Like, why do you call them that?
Slightly racist boyfriend.
Sorry, what?
Why does the man look like he's ready to seduce some woman to get blood? Yep, he's a vampire.
I've had
Unconfirmed,
to suck
but
your blood.
just look at him.
Lord Strongheart has told me all about you. That you are a student who arrived in London but 2 days ago. A mere amateur.
His eyes. I can't listen to anything he's saying because I'm just looking at his eyes.
Do you have a point?
Being a compatriot, you feel compelled to try to help the accused, I suppose. Typical Nipponese arrogance.
Forgive me, but I do not believe arrogance is an appropriate description.
He already got Zay's attention. He's had it, but sometimes the words that come out of his mouth are a little...
You know what? He looked kind of nice, and then he opened his mouth.
Exactly.
Susaru-san.
After all, at our previous encounter, the defendant was found to be innocent.
Wait, he has a sword too!
They're gonna duel. They better duel.
Very true. And a most fascinating, if dark, trial it was too. The tragic conclusion came later, of course.
Translation from Zay, the man is a snack. Indeed. Just don't talk to him.
Here's to the acquitted, and his unfortunate violent end.
He's so pretty. I'm sorry, I can't do this. I must contain myself. This is a court, professional setting. Refrain from barking into the court. Order, order! Thank you, counsels. I see both sides are in fine fettle. Now, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, are you ready to carry out your duties here in court as impartial members of the public? Oh, okay. There are women on the jury.
A woman.
So, I'll go do this. He was in the last one, actually.
Right, jolly good then. Something like this seems fine. You never know what you might be down on your luck, but I believe in fair play for everyone.
She's new.
Well, I must warn you, I'm rather more ruthless than I appear. Oh, he's so cute!
Just a little guy. It's his birthday. You want me to also grab this guy?
Yeah. The jury doesn't speak
Oh, wait.
often. So.
Wait, the maid. There's the maid. The maid.
Yeah,
the
the moon maid.
Oh, well, not me. What you see is what you get. I'm a peace-loving fellow.
I'm afraid to say I think it's quite possible that mustached foreigner did the deed.
Why should he?
My man. I mean, he seems large in his charge.
Yeah, wow. Okay.
Come on, what are we waiting for? No doubt he did it anyway.
Oh, he's so cute.
Santa.
He's so cute.
Sorry, didn't quite catch that. Who are you again? Why am I here?
Where am I? Who are you?
Cranberries.
Very well. Let us proceed. Your opening statement, if you please, Lord Van Zeeks.
Very recently, Great Britain signed an alliance with a rising power in the Far East. The accused in the dock today is a student from that same land, a certain Mr. Soseki Natsume. And while our country has extended this foreign student the warmest of welcomes, regrettably, the kindness has not been returned. In fact, the student is accused of a most sinister act.
Oh my god. The glass evaporated.
He's so dramatic.
Of plunging a knife into the back of an innocent woman who was doing nothing but walking down the street.
Oh, sorry.
He's okay.
A knife crime? I'll tell you from bitter experience, those are the worst. Bloody oath they are.
Just look at that sallow complexion and short stature. He's one of those dreadful Japanese.
God damn.
Oh.
Just one
Oh,
person,
no.
please.
Come on, let's get this over with. With me now, everyone. 1, 2, 3.
Hey, sorry. Didn't quite catch that.
Pray, forgive the discourtesy of smashing my hollow chalice here in this great chamber.
Good thing he has extras.
I brought spares. Allow me to call the first witness to the stand.
Very well. Bailiff, lead the inspector in, please.
Oh my god, it's fish and chips, man.
Your name and occupation, please.
I forget, did I have you voice him?
I believe you did him.
I did him. Okay, great. Yes, sir. Tobias Gregson, Detective Inspector at Scotland Yard.
Would you please summarize the events of the case for the courtroom, Inspector?
The victim is thought to be a young woman in her 20s by the name of Olive Green.
Oh, she's cute.
Just a little goober.
I beg your pardon, Inspector? Thought to be. Yes, having been stabbed in the back by her attacker's knife, the victim fell unconscious. That was 3 days ago now, and she's been comatose ever since.
Oh,
One of
she's
the
not
devs-
dead?
Oh, yeah. I guess not. One of the devs definitely has a friend that was in the Navy. Why do you say that?
What? So they don't even know for who she is for sure?
Do they not have IDs back then?
Probably not. Maybe not that was standardized anyway.
Comatose, I see. But her life is not in danger?
Fortunately for the Eastern student, the charge will not be murder. Pray, elaborate on the details, Inspector.
We used to do that salute to mess around with each other. We would always salute like that and say, "Yes, Super Chief," for acknowledging something dumb. Oh, I see. Sir, if I could ask everyone to look at this street map.
Oh my god, it looks like a house.
As I mentioned, the incident took place 3 days ago, at around 5 in the afternoon. It happened on the pavement running alongside Briar Road, a wide thoroughfare for horse-drawn vehicles. It had not long since stopped snowing as the victim, Miss Green, was walking down the street. Out of the blue, she was approached from behind by the accused and stabbed in the back. Luckily, the young lady's life was spared, and she's currently being treated in one of the city's hospitals. But being unconscious as she is, we've been unable to take a statement from her, of course. This is the case file with everything we know about the victim so far. Thank you, Inspector. The court will accept the documents as evidence, if you please.
A case file.
What of the weapon that was used?
I'm gonna check the thing. Oh wait, my keyboard, hold on.
Take your time. I have all day.
Okay, incident report. Young woman rendered unconscious following a stab wound to the back. Olive green, female, style build, early 20s. Reporting officer, Rolly beat. Which I don't remember if they included a reporting officer last time, but that could be important.
Maybe?
Victim remains unconscious. Her name was gleaned from her personal effects. Other details are unknown. Single stab wound from the large knife. No other injuries. Assailant was seen running away by the reporting officer and was successfully arrested the following day.
Maybe it is relevant because that's the only person who witnessed it, right?
It could be him. I don't know.
He could have done it.
This is the receipt and that's the map. Let me just check there was... Okay. I don't think I can observe anything interesting on that. Oh wait, these are the books he bought. We didn't look at them. 2 shillings tendered in receipt of a picture of Monsieur the Cock. The Cock.
Cock.
I don't know. A meal for Gabarai, Canterbury Yearnings. Okay. I don't know what any of those mean. But okay.
I'm sure it'll be relevant at some point.
Probably. Sir, I have that here. It was removed from the victim's back.
Ouch! That big thing is starting to make me scared to walk down the street now.
With a heavy blade like that, almost anybody would have been able to stab the poor woman.
London never changes, I guess. Even the scragged-looking Soseki-san, I suppose.
A common or garden jackknife, I would say. Rather nondescript. Thank you, Inspector. The court accepts the blade as evidence. A large but commonplace folding knife found in the victim's bag. We're gonna inspect that too.
Oh yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna read that after. Let me see if I can open it.
Yeah.
It's missing like a tip.
Yeah, it looks like it's broken.
Okay, nothing else on it. Let us inspect.
Oh, look here, Mr. Naruhodo. Just at the tip. A small piece of the blade appears to be missing.
You're right! Well spotted, Miss Susato.
I wonder what could have happened to it.
Yes. You don't think it could still be lodged in the victim, do you?
Oh dear. I do hope not. That sounds terribly painful.
Yeah, I would hope they wouldn't miss that. Just stitch you up and there's a piece of a knife still in there. Ugh.
That's not good. That definitely cause problems later on.
We call that a deep wound.
Now then, what do we know of the motive? Money or valuables, I presume? From what we can tell by looking at the woman's possessions, it seems like she's a poor student herself. Hard to imagine she would have had anything much worth pinching, my lord. I see. Well, in that case, we are looking at some deep-seated resentment towards the victim. These are interesting thoughts. I'm afraid I couldn't say. Apart from visiting second-hand bookshops, the defendant, Mr. Natsume, doesn't appear to get out much. He hasn't seen the sun in days.
Yeah,
At
he
this
doesn't even have
moment.
a window.
Oh yeah, they boarded up his window. At this moment in time, we haven't been able to establish any sort of connection between him and the victim.
Yes!
If theft and grievance had been ruled out as the motive, what reason could Mr. Natsume possibly have had for stabbing the young woman?
That's what we're trying to figure out, Uno.
Yet, you arrested the man in spite of that, in a totally unjustified and heavy-handed way.
Damn, okay. Going for the throat.
Objection!
Oh my god!
Speaking of going for the throat...
Pray forgive the discourtesy of flinging a freshly uncorked bottle into the public gallery.
Oh my
I
god.
hurt someone with that. Like, what?
Collect that and add that to my collection.
the shattered glass.
The shrine for Manzeeks.
But your words have soured its hallowed banquet, or bouquet. For it is you, my learned friend, who is being heavy-handed here.
What?
Scotland Yard does not arrest people without good cause. That should be beyond question.
There's a point, I think.
Inspector Gregson, the prosecution calls for your formal testimony. Explain to the court precisely why the constabulary came to arrest the Nipponese student.
Yes,
Every time
sir.
he says that word, it just trips me up so bad.
I know. Me too. When I voiced him, I mean.
No, I get it. Well, even just reading it, it's like double taking. Like, what the fuck are you saying?
Yeah. Mr. Natsume's arrest. I brought upstairs my drinks and wares, but considering the foul mood you have brought upon my being, you will be charged for the damaged goods. No, he's rich enough to afford more. He just has to be dramatic. Everyone does in this. As I said, it was 5 o'clock in the afternoon when the incident occurred, and there was an unusually light fog. Visibility was reasonably good, and there was no one else about but the victim and the accused. Out of the blue, the victim was stabbed from behind and subsequently collapsed on the pavement. The accused ran off, scattering his belongings all over the floor. Those being a number of old books he had just bought. He was on his way home from a bookshop, it seems. It was just a matter of working out who the books belonged to, and we found the bloke to arrest him. Old books, you say? Yes, my lord. I have a photograph here of the scene of the crime, taken immediately after the incident. Ah, yes. I can clearly see the books to which you are referring. We should check the titles of them if we can.
Yeah. Maybe they were the books she bought.
Indeed. I will take that photographic print as evidence, please, Inspector.
Crime scene.
Okay, hold on, don't read yet. Let me open the court record first. Oh, do we not get
Zoom.
to... Okay.
Enhance.
Enhance, please! We can't read? Is that what this is?
I think that's Dwarvish.
Suddenly we can't read. Okay, that's fine.
Wait, hang on. Take another look at the knife real quick. Just to... Hang on, I'm just curious. Are there any, like, distinct markings on the handle if you flip it around?
No, I looked for that too.
And in the image, like the actual picture... No, it looks like it has the same design.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
I was just
Good thought,
checking.
though. Good thought.
Can you check it?
I'm no longer a little guy. You Nipponese are a spineless breed, too cowardly to admit defeat. Denying everything despite overwhelming evidence to the contrary.
Well, I...
Forgive me, Lord Van Zeeks, but the defendant is not denying everything, as you put it.
What are you doing, Mr. Sato?
She's coming for the throat, as she should. Slay. Not actually, though, because this is a court.
Yeah, just shatter his pride.
Exactly. Shatter his spirit. Do go on.
Mr. Natsume has admitted to playing some part in the incident. Isn't that right, Mr. Naruhodo?
Well, now you mention it. When we visited him in the prison yesterday, he did tell us what had all happened. As I was walking along that accursed pavement, I could make out the sole silhouette of another ahead of me. A woman wearing a green overcoat, she was. And just as I went to overtake her, she suddenly let out a little scream and collapsed onto the cold, hard slabs of stone at my feet. I was terrified. I had to get away from there. So I ran as fast as my legs would carry me back to my accursed lodgings.
A green overcoat?
Well, that's exactly what the woman in that print is wearing.
Oh my! A photographic print in full color! What will the world come up with next?
Oh, that's what she's
That's what
talking
you're
about. Okay.
The defendant has done nothing more than admit he fled the scene of a terrifying incident. That does not mean that he's guilty of the heinous crime of stabbing the woman in the back.
Speak facts.
There was nobody else there at the time. Just the two of them, the victim and the accused. In other words, there is nobody else who could possibly have stabbed the woman. A fact that the accused concedes.
It seems this cross-examination could prove to be pivotal, counsel. Proceed, please.
Wait.
Hmm.
We already confirmed there was somebody else at the scene, right? Based on the police report.
Well, the police reporter came after.
Well, no, didn't it say that the reporting officer witnessed him fleeing the scene? So he would have
Oh,
been there.
you're right. Wait, I think you're right. Yeah.
Yeah. He saw him. He was there. There was a third person there. Yes, my lord. Nothing for it. I have to use this cross-examination to turn the tables here. It's our only chance.
Good catch. Let's see.
Yeet.
Mr. Natsume's arrest.
As I said, it was 5 o'clock in the afternoon when the incident occurred, and there was an unusually light fog. Okay, we press on everything.
Hold it! Oh, yeah. A light fog, you say?
A London fog, one might say. Well, light for London. You could see the opposite side of the street for once. Not much farther, though.
That's light, is it?
Around these parts, yes. Not something I'd expect a Japanese fellow like yourself to know, of course.
At least Gregson's being nice.
Yeah.
I've read that London is famous for its fog.
Oh my god, I recently tried a London fog drink. It's actually really good.
Wait, what is that?
It's like I think it's Earl Grey, like tea with, hold on. My sister got it, so I'd had a little sip. Yeah, it's a Earl Grey tea with vanilla and honey with steamed milk.
Oh, that sounds delicious, actually. I want to try that.
Mm-mm. It kind of tasted lemony though, so I think they added lemon to it. And it was it had like because of the lemon, it had like a little bit of an aftertaste of those like lemon Girl Scout cookies, if you've ever had those.
Oh, yeah.
It was actually pretty good. A tea I might actually drink.
I think I have most of the stuff to make that. I might do that later.
You should. Let me know how it is.
Oh, yeah.
You've had this, right?
Yeah. But in my country, people usually imagine that gives the city a rather beautiful appearance.
How quaint.
Yes, well, it's not something us Londoners tend to romanticize, as I expect you can appreciate.
I just want to see where I'm walking. I see.
Oh my god, and it was foggy enough, so maybe the reporting officer was like, his vision was obscured, etc. I don't know.
Well, actually, all that would mean is that if he saw Soseki, he would have had to have been relatively close at the time.
Yeah, that's perfect. This is you're on the nose. Exactly.
Elementary, my dear Watson.
At this time of year, the fog causes a large number of accidents, especially when it's heavy. Sometimes you can't even see your own hand at the end of your arm. At the end of your arm. Damn.
That'd be terrifying, actually. I wouldn't want
Yeah.
to walk outside like that.
Oh my god. If it's still like that and you're driving, hello? That's terrifying. Indeed. The other day, I was very nearly trampled by some horses before I could see the carriage they were pulling.
Susato-san and I should definitely remember to stop, look, and listen.
However, on the day that concerns us, the fog was somewhat lighter than usual. A fact no doubt lamented by the accused.
Visibility was reasonably good, and there was no one else about but the victim and the accused.
Hold it! How are you able to state that with any certainty?
Quite simply, my learned friend, because that is what the witnesses to this crime have told us.
I thought they just said there weren't witnesses.
Ah, yes. Inspector Gregerson mentioned the witnesses yesterday, didn't he?
That's right. One of them is a policeman, I believe, from the Scotland Yard.
That is correct, ma'am. Oh, that one wasn't very powerful.
That was a very, like, wimpy slap.
I know.
Then we must hear their testimony!
We'll get to it. Oh my god, keep it. Calm down, big guy.
The prosecution will, of course, call them to the stand, should it be necessary.
But, wait a minute! At 5 o'clock in the afternoon, in the middle of winter, it would have been dark already. No matter how light the fog might have been, no one could have seen.
I'm unaware of the situation on your tiny island in the east. But here in the capital city of Great Britain, all main roads are illuminated in the night by gas streetlights.
Ah!
The prosecution believes there would have been ample light by which to witness the crime.
Quite. Here in London, for the first time in history, mankind has completely conquered the darkness. Wow.
Congratulations. Which means we really need to hear those witnesses' statements.
If I could just get through the fog of this cross-examination, maybe we'll be able to. It seems the counsel for the defense is taking stock. Continue with your testimony, Inspector.
Taking stock of our brain cells remaining.
Yeah, the two of them banging symbols together.
Indeed. Thank you for the follow, Prosecutor Simon Blackwell. Welcome in. Wait, oh my god, wait, hold on. Sorry, I'm stalking your page. I just think that was a very cool name and very on the nose for what we're doing right now.
Prosecutor.
Are you, is that a character from a game, or is that like a character you made yourself? Out of the blue, the victim was stabbed from behind and subsequently collapsed on the pavement.
Hold it! From behind, you say?
Hit it from the
Yeah.
back. A little on the nose, my bad.
It's
That's right. As you can see from this print.
It looks so
Yes.
sad.
Yeah, the snow around them. Actually, why is it so melted around them?
I don't know.
I don't know. Yes, quite so, Inspector. The handle of the weapon is clearly protruding from the victim's back. Maybe they cleaned it up just so they could take the picture.
Why?
I don't know.
Why is there no blood?
Good question. And you say this poor woman, Miss Green, remains in a critical condition? Comatose, no less. I'm afraid so, my lord, yes. She's being treated at Bart's. I was hopeful that she'd come around before the trial started so I could take a statement, but it wasn't to be. Yes, that is indeed a pity. It would have been most illuminating to hear the victim's own account of events.
Luck is on your client's side, it seems. On the contrary, my client has been exceedingly unlucky.
The two most unlucky guys in the courtroom on the same team.
Yeah, it's a match made in heaven.
Or hell, more so.
Heaven or hell. Your force of tone is seriously undermined by those disturbingly wide eyes, I'm afraid.
What the hell is that supposed?
You look like a bitch.
The accused ran off, scattering his belongings all over the floor.
Hold it!
Boop.
Mr. Natsume's belongings.
I think you'll find it's all there in the photographic print of the crime scene.
Book.
Yes, the 3 books on the floor. That's right, my lord. Second-hand books they were. Irreparably damaged after falling in the snow, of course. Aw, he just bought those.
The accused could easily have carried all 3 books in one hand. Which means his other hand would have been free to wield a knife, for example.
He's very clever, isn't he?
What do you mean?
He's made it extremely hard for you to assert that Mr. Natsume had his hands full with his books. He's managed to close the one avenue of escape we might have had before we even knew it was there.
You mean to say that the defendant was holding his belongings as he thrust the knife into the woman's back? That must be what happened, my lord, yes. Yeah, he is quite smart, isn't he?
Oh yeah.
Maybe it's on the wine.
It's good for your heart.
So I've been told. Those being a number of old books he just bought. He was on his way home from a bookshop, it seems. Oh shit, fuck.
Go back.
Go back.
Trying to figure it. Fuck. Wrong key. It's cool.
It's okay.
Yeah, it's fine. We'll just press on this, whatever I just pressed on. Ugh.
Yeah.
Okay. It was just a matter of working out who the books belonged to, and we found the bloke to arrest him.
Hold it.
Hold it.
You asked for the help of the famous detective, Herlock Sholmes, to locate the defendant, I believe.
Stuff and nonsense.
Sorry?
That Jack in office, that busybody. He just comes and sticks his oar in whether we ask him or not.
But according to what I have here,
He has a reputation to uphold.
Mr. Sholmes was shown to the scene by Scotland Yard detectives.
What? It was nothing to do with me. The lads at the scene must have done it without my permission.
Ah!
I tell him time and time again, whenever something happens, we send word to headquarters. Then follow your bloomin' instructions.
I see.
Oh no, not the chips. If that meddler gets his hands on any details, well, I'll be rating it in Rant's magazine next month. And you can bet your last farthing that I'll be in there too, stripped of all my hard work on the case. Yes, Mr. Sholmes. No, Mr. Sholmes. Aren't you clever, Mr. Sholmes? That's all the thanks I'll be getting.
I mean, you've gotten paid.
Inspector, if the man is proving detrimental to the Yard's activities, perhaps I should step in and deal with him.
Deal with him how?
With a smooch.
Ah!
It appears Inspector Gregson is lost for words.
Yes, the Reaper's words carry a lot of weight, obviously.
He's sus in every word of the word, in every meaning of the word.
It's like, if he's a problem, I can always take him out back. And...
Deal with them. Deal with them how? Anyway, the point is this. That little Japanese bloke's already admitted it. He's admitted that all those books all over the pavement at the scene were the ones he bought that day.
What do you think, Mr. Naruto? If you're unable to sway the jury during this cross-examination, I'm afraid...
That Mr. Natsume's fate will be sealed? Yes, they're sure to find him guilty. So one way or another, I have to expose an undeniable inconsistency in the inspector's testimony.
She's so cute. Look how determined she is.
Oh yeah.
Okay, let me go back to the statement. I messed up. I think it was the second to last one. Right?
Yeah, the one before...
This?
Wait, I think it was this one, you're right.
Hold it!
The defendant apparently visits a second-hand bookshop on a daily basis.
Yes, so I understand. A shop full of old English literature.
I commend the accused on the lofty subject matter of his scholarly attention.
The bloke's room was stacked floor to ceiling with those musty old books.
Can you tell us more about the bookshop in question, please, Inspector?
Well, if I must. I'll have to ask you to look at the street map again, I'm afraid. The closest second-hand bookshop to the accused lodgings is this place here, Bourbon Books.
Oh, that is really close, actually.
Where does he live?
I think it's on that corner to the bottom left.
This one?
On the left,
This
I
one?
think, right?
I don't know. Probably.
It seems like the spot.
A little place on the
Okay.
corner of Briar Road and Mearsham Street. Ah, okay. Look at you!
I'm so smart.
As it happens, the accused is currently living in lodgings on the other side of Briar Road at the opposite end. How convenient.
Oh yeah.
Which means it doesn't take a genius to work out the route he would have taken home. Yeah, down Calabash, right?
Calabash. Well, just like down, like just right down Barrow Road, and there you go.
No. He'd go all around, get those steps in for the sunlight.
Doesn't he go at like when it's dark out, which is actually earlier than normal? Doesn't he usually leave like the maid set at like 3 o'clock in the morning or something?
I'm not sure, but the incident took place at like 5 or so he probably left at a reasonable time, because the bookstore probably is open at reasonable hours, right?
You would think, right?
Hopefully. Something like this. Oh, nice, they updated it for us.
Nice.
Yes, I concur with your conclusion, Inspector. The defendant would certainly have passed the scene of the crime on his way home from that particular shop. Mr. Naruhodo, I think that what the inspector just told us could turn out to be of vital importance.
Yes, I agree. The most important point that the inspector just made being...
Oh shit, what'd they say about the stock?
Hang on, go back
Did
to
they say
history
anything
real
about
quick.
the stock?
Well, hang on, what's the name of the bookstore?
Bourbon Books.
Can we check the receipt?
Let me see. You're so smart!
Different store.
You're so smart! Look at you!
We're gaming. Inspector Gregson, may I ask you a favor?
What?
Would you kindly add the name of the bookshop to your formal testimony, please? I believe it may be of vital importance.
Maybe?
Oh, well, you know, I mean, yes, it could be a very important clue.
Very well. Not that I can see it being of any great significance. But please revise your testimony accordingly, Inspector. Yes, sir, my lord. Whatever you say.
Could the man be any more sardonic?
What does that mean?
Isn't that? Hang on, I'm curious actually. Let's find
I
out.
must ask, because I've gotten back into reading and, you know, you look up words you don't know.
Mocking or cynical?
Ah. Oh, he's meant to be sarcastic. Oh. Okay.
So I think we can actually present. Yeah.
Yeah.
Objection.
If I could just stop you right there, Inspector Gregson.
What is it, sunshine? I'm a busy man, you know.
This is a receipt that we found in Mr. Natsume's room. It was issued on the day of the incident and details the purchase of 3 secondhand books.
And you found that in the accused room, did you?
Yes, but the point is not where the receipt was found, but the name of the shop printed on it.
Oh, hold on, just got read.
Nice.
Welcome in, Raiders. Hello, Claudia Mistakes. Thank you so much for the raid. Hold on, I'm gonna read it. I feel embarrassed. Welcome in, Claudia Mistakes. Hello, Raiders. I'm Zay, Cyberpunk bartender, VTuber, and occasional flesh tuber. I play Ace Attorney. I play Monster Hunter. I play whatever the heck I feel like, but I've been feeling like a lot of story games lately. And I'm joined today by my lovely friend Cole, if you want to check him out in my title. But how's your stream? Hope you're having a great stream. I am. Let me give you a little shout out. And thank you so much for the follow. How was yours? The Outlast trials. Oh, that is quite the jump. Are you an Ace Attorney fan then? Or was it through recommended? How was that? Did you try out the new, I know they released a map recently, I think in like December. Right? How was it? Did you enjoy it? A mystery game streamer with a little whore on the side. It was a lot of fun. Oh, okay, okay. Did you wait? Have you? I have to ask you then. Have you played what is it called? The Otome game with the horror people. It's Homo Cypher. Have you had the chance to play that yet? We're gamers. Welcome in AJ Styles to the stream. I have to ask. I have not. What is it? Homo Cypher is a horror. It's a, okay. So the best way to put it is you're like isekai'd into this other world, and you have to make out a bunch of the code, like trying to figure out what they're saying to you. So it's kind of like, it's very hard. I feel like it's super hard because you have to figure out what they're saying to you to survive. Basically, it is an otome in the sense that you can romance some of the people in it, but I think it's a very challenging game and definitely worth trying out. I haven't tried it out myself, but I love watching it and seeing what people come up with. Because, how do you spell it? It's Homo Cypher. So, I think it's... Let me just double check before I... HOMICIPHER. Let me paste it in chat for you. Here you go. It's a really cool game from what I've seen of it. Have you played Ace Attorney at all? I'm assuming you have, because mystery game. It's kind of a thing. I didn't mean to skip that. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Okay. Okay. You may read.
Okie dokie. Wait, no, I read this bit.
Oh, okay. Great. Fantastic.
Hi.
Childhood game for me. Been playing since I was 10. Love seeing people get exposed to it. Yeah, one of my friends introduced me to this Ace Attorney rabbit hole. This is my first game. So.
Ace Attorney, very good, very fun.
Which one are you playing again, Cole? You're playing Phoenix?
Currently I'm playing through the Apollo Justice trilogy.
Oh, Apollo Justice. There's so many games.
There's a lot of them.
Especially with all the remasters now. Are there remasters? This is your start? Yeah, we're apparently going back in time and then going, you know, I guess in chronological order or something. Because this is the one of my Ace Attorney friends bought me. So, and they're like, play this one first. And I'm like, okay.
Hell yeah.
And Cole's here helping me voice everything because there's a lot of men. And I don't have enough variation in my own voice to voice them all.
I'm just a silly little guy, and I do silly little voices.
Silly, like really good voices. Correction.
Why, thank you. I do certainly try my very best at the very least.
Ah, fuck, I skipped it again. I'm sorry.
I remember what it was. Go on.
Thank you. Okay. Hold on. I'm going to go on the screen so I don't skip anything by accident when I try to click back. I hope you all enjoy it. It's great. Of course, if you need to do any after raid stuff, if you need to get water, get food, go to sleep, don't worry about it. I'll take care of your chat. They are in good hands. I can't say responsible, but good hands, probably. But if you want to stick around, that's great too. Okay. Now, I click back into the game, right? There we go.
Nice. This receipt was issued from a bookshop called Your Books.
Your Books.
Teehee.
Your Books. Y-O-R-E, I presume.
Yes, my lord. So, Mr. Natsume did indeed purchase a number of books at a second-hand bookshop that day. However, the bookshop in question was not Bourbon Books.
What? Inspector, do you know of this other bookshop? Yes, sir. Your Books is another second-hand bookshop not far from Bourbon Books. It's just that Well, it's such a small place, I didn't think the accused would have known about it.
Objection.
But in fact, that is the bookshop which the defendant visited on the day in question. And this receipt proves it.
Objection.
Oh,
Yes, for what difference it makes.
it changes the route. What do you mean?
Oh, yeah.
Wherever the man purchased his musty tomes, it makes no difference in the final analysis.
Objection.
I disagree. I mean, after all,
I have the street map here, if that might be of help.
oh, yes, thank you. Have a look at this, please. If the defendant had been returning from Bourbon Books, then yes, he would almost certainly have passed the place where Miss Green was attacked. However, if we take into account the fact that he was actually at another bookshop, Your Books, it may very well turn out that he wouldn't have passed that location at all. Could that be true?
My, it rather depends on where this other bookshop is, but I do declare it may be a possibility.
Is that right, Mr. Lawyer, sir? What you just said? Absolutely. It absolutely could be right.
But he did say he passed her, and then she was stabbed while he was passing her, so I don't know.
I have a theory.
Okay, sure.
Maybe the directions are reversed. If you go to the court record real quick.
The
And
map?
yeah. Because the understanding is that the current understanding is that Miss Olive Green was heading south, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then they're presuming that Natsume would have attacked her coming from the north. But what if it was the reverse? What if Natsume was passing by from the south and Miss Olive Green was heading north, right?
I think
Maybe
they were
the
heading
directions
same
are backwards.
direction. Because he was saying he was going to overtake her.
That's a good point, actually. Like, why would he be trying to get past her? Huh.
They were just going in the same direction, I guess. So they didn't tell us yet where Your Books is, but he had to have been heading home. So I don't know.
It's a good question. I'm not sure, actually, then.
There we go. They're getting it. They're getting to it.
Oh, yeah.
Inspector Gregson, where is this Your Books establishment? Well, obviously we looked into that. It turns out that Your Books is just here on the next corner of Meerschaum Street going east. Going east. So he could have taken either route, but I think she was stabbed on Briar.
Yeah.
And there you have it. As you can clearly see now,
Oh.
my learned Nipponese friend is obviously in training to be a clown, the way he regales us with such witticisms.
God damn.
To your future career in the circus.
Why does this hurt?
Grr. You put that glass down now, or I'll put it down for you.
I didn't think I needed to spell it out, but here we go. If the accused was coming home from Your Books instead of Bourbon Books, there's no doubt he still would have passed the place where the victim was stabbed.
Oh my god, Ola, welcome to the stream. How are you?
Yes, thank you,
Nice.
Inspector.
Uh, Allow me to reiterate from I learned, if somewhat slow, Nipponese friend.
Your Z fact? You want a Z fact? Okay. Your Z fact is that I was originally, for the cover I have to record, I was originally going to do The World Is Mine by from, Hatsune Miku, but I've changed my mind.
Why not? That sounds like fun.
Because that is a lot more words that I have to learn how to sing in Japanese.
You know what? Fair.
And I don't know Japanese, so I was putting the videos in like 0.5 speeds to learn how to sing it.
It is a lot. Lyrics are rough.
Especially when you don't speak the language.
Oh, yeah.
But hello, how you doing?
Okay, you read this, right?
Yeah.
Perfect. Where could I redeem for a coal fact? Oh my god, wait, he just shattered that like...
My man is jacked.
Jeez. Okay, go ahead, give us a coal fact. Redeem Z fact and you'll get a coal fact.
You know, I'm down for that. Coal fact. I wasn't right. I wasn't thinking
Just
about
still
this.
any fact.
I could have been an engineer.
You could have been an engineer like Markiplier.
I was originally going to engineering school, but I stopped about 3 years in because I had to go. I was moving out from where I was at, and I had to get a full-time job, and I did not get a chance to go back and complete it. So I sat on 3 years of an engineering degree.
Oh, no. Which major?
I was going for computer engineering.
Computers.
Oh yeah.
Oh my good.
I was not thrilled with the level of mathematics they had us go through. Trust me,
Oh, yeah.
Calc 3 was not fun.
Yeah, now that I'm out of school, though, I kind of miss math.
I just don't want to do calculus on the z-axis too. I'll be
Yeah, I
honest
get
with
it.
you.
I get it. I'll look
I don't
want
wanna
to
do-
nerd.
I don't want to do all the actually, that wasn't even the worst one. Differential equations was my least favorite.
Let me
Bernoulli's
see.
law can suck on my ass. Sorry.
No,
I have strong emotions.
I don't think I don't know if I did. I do this? We did derivatives.
And that's part of it. Differential equations is really the study and breakdown of what happens to an equation as you continue going down from different powers. So you understand what's happening to different variables at different points in time and how they change with respect to one another. The example that the class that I went through mainly used was Bernoulli's law of drainage, which changes with respect to I believe it goes up to the third power if the shape of the container changes, because you can have the variable volume, you can have the variable with respect to the acceleration due to gravity, because the weight of the water changes as it drains. And then you can
Mhm.
also have a variation in the size of the drainage hole.
Mm-hmm.
My final exam for that was 2 questions for 2 hours, and
Ooh.
I was running out of time.
Yeah, that sounds confusing.
There's a lot to break down with it.
What'd you get on it? Do you remember?
I think I got a B plus in that class.
Let's go.
Think.
Pretty solid.
I was not a fan. And again, like, it's really disheartening to be like, oh, there's 2 questions. This should be fine. An hour and a half later, I'm not done.
That was a good ass explanation. Makes sense.
Thank you.
Yes. Almost
Honestly, I'm
enough
surprised
for
I
my
rem-
brain to process.
I'm surprised I remember as much of it as I do. It was years ago.
I said, especially for someone who claims they didn't like it.
I had to learn it despite not liking it, to be fair.
Mm-hmm. Required. Sag.
My teacher for that course was actually not bad. She was very pleasant.
I liked my math professor because they'd write all the stuff on the board during the exam.
Yeah, and you just could take a picture of it on your phone. You're good.
And he'd just be like, "Oh, you'll need this for your for your for problem number da da da.
Well, a lot of courses, when I started getting into the 3 and 400 level, they really did just say, like, you can bring in your own notes and use them on the exam.
Mhm.
Because the thing they're testing is not that if you can apply the equations, it's really just, it's the time crunch that's really the factor.
Mhm.
Because some people would, like, write in, like, .2 font an entire, like, list of everything that had ever been gone over in the
Me.
course to the exam.
Uh-huh.
But then they're trying to read it the whole time and they run out of time. What they're really testing you is if you can actually apply it in a reasonable fashion.
Well, if you I organized it with colors, so I'd be like, this is this unit and this is this unit. So
I mainly just went and, like, provided examples, but, like, for math specifically, I would go for, like, the biggest equations we had gone over for different problems that had been over the course,
mhm.
and, like, the base breakdowns of those, and that was really about it.
Yeah.
Because my brain will get distracted otherwise.
Although said I failed compressible flow twice before passing. Did I mean to railroad stream? No, it's okay. We get
As long
we
as you
learn
all, as long as people think it's an interesting topic, I'm sorry about ranting about nerd stuff.
it. That's nerd stuff. Shut up. No, I'm just kidding. It's interesting. I like learning about other people's majors because I'm like, I don't think I could do that. But then I get to yap about something that I know, and then they're like, I don't think I could do that.
You've also gone into something that I don't think I really would be able to process, to be fair, from what you mentioned of it. I mean, you literally said, I wish I could get a job at a DNA lab. Like, what do you mean?
It's cool stuff.
I'm not saying it's not cool. I'm agreeing with you. I'm just saying, like, I don't know that.
Oh, yeah, that's fair. I don't think it's too hard, though. I mean, just just testing DNA kind of part. I'm here for the yaps. Understandable. I'm here for committing solving crimes.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm here for the.
Hot vampire man.
I think I read this one. I think. I'm pretty sure.
This was when he broke the glass. And then we got.
Oh, wait, no, you're right. Hang on. I got it confused. I'm
It's
sorry.
okay.
Wherever the man purchased his musty tomes, it makes no difference in the final analysis.
Yeah!
As I suspected, you can't fool me, and I don't suggest you try.
What did I say? I've had enough of this show.
Beg your pardon! Terribly sorry, but would you mind repeating that?
DNA's just Punnett squares and test tubes. It's more than that. And we're
It's the
talking
Roxy-
gels. We're talking blood, comparing blood, you know?
Yeah, we're talking about deoxyribonucleic acid.
Yeah. God, I love running gels.
Mr. Naruhodo, we mustn't give up.
What? What do you mean?
If the prosecution's assertion is correct, the members of the jury may very well decide that Mr. Natsume is guilty.
DNA. Yeah, indeed. Except there's two of them, right?
And they spin. Ah, she's absolutely right.
Wait, I don't think that's DNA anymore. That's looking like a goose.
We must think. We must consider the assertion just put forward by the prosecution very, very carefully.
They claim Soseki-san must have passed the location of the incident on his way home from your books, but...
I mean, technically it's the same distance either way. He could have gone the other direction.
Yeah, but they passed each. They were going the same direction, right?
Yeah.
Well, if he's in a tizzy about it, then it must be wrong. So we should raise an objection regardless. right?
Well, we just lose if we don't, so.
Yeah. Okay. Let's raise an objection.
Objection!
The assertion just made by the prosecution is fundamentally flawed.
Don't ask me why though. Explain yourself, counsel.
Yes, my lord. You can see what I mean on this map. When returning from your books to his lodgings, Mr. Natsume could have followed the route suggested by the prosecution. However, that isn't the only conceivable route to take between the two places.
Where did the incident occur? Is it where the X is?
Yes. I believe that is the stabbing.
Oh, okay. So, but it wouldn't make sense for him to go down this way and whatever. He'll get to it.
If the defendant used these streets, look what happens. He arrives back at his lodgings without passing the location where the victim was attacked.
Objection!
Talking back to a clown is a fool's errand, of course. However, I feel compelled to point out that that route is what is commonly referred to as the long way around. On a cold winter's night, why would any man choose to take the longer route home? Well,
Maybe they stopped somewhere else. Or they ran into someone.
Or there was like something blocking Mirror Street.
Maybe.
The answer is extremely simple. He wouldn't. In other words, the accused took the obvious route back to his lodgings and is the obvious perpetrator of this crime.
Objection!
Objection!
Yes, I've got it. Obviously, we must ask the man himself. Ask Mr. Natsume which route he took home. I have already informed the court of the accused's response to such questioning. He claims he has no recollection.
That's not That's right. As I said, the bloke seems to spend his time outside wandering aimlessly from A to B. That day was no exception. He says he doesn't remember where he was or which route he took home.
I don't believe this!
I thank you, my learned friend, and suggest that we do not waste any more of the court's time by wandering aimlessly around this subject. Pray, what say you, insightful jurors?
But, even if that is the case,
Oh? The jury hold it?
I agree with Lord Van Zix. Wholeheartedly, in every way.
What? I don't believe it. Does that mean?
We members of the jury are completely convinced now.
Didn't see that coming. Very well. In that case, I hereby call upon all members of the jury to present your findings to the court.
Guilty!
Oh,
Guilty.
Guilty!
they have voices.
Guilty! Guilty! Guilty!
God damn, okay.
Well. Sucks to suck, I guess.
I'm in awe. It would appear that the jury's leaning is unanimous. I'm in awe that they have voices.
Yeah, that took me off guard.
Do we just lose?
Maybe? There's gotta be something that happens, I'm
Yeah,
sure.
surely.
To the insightful members of the jury, I applaud your brave resolve. You serve Queen and country admirably.
Mr. Naruto.
No, not yet. This isn't over yet. I still have one last chance to sway the opinion of the jury.
With what?
I have to tip the balance of those scales the other way. I have to turn this around. Somehow. Those are the eyes of Quarry, not yet willing to give up and die.
Thank you so much for the follow, friend.
Wait.
Friend Ziska von Karma. I'm so
Francisca von Karma. I
Francis-
recognize that name.
sorry. Oh, okay. Did you know them?
I believe they popped into a stream before, actually. The name is a reference to one of the prosecutors from the first 3 games.
Oh, I see. I left my whip at home. Are you talking about an actual whip or like a vehicle? Should we
Like a
be
whip
scared?
whip.
A whip? Is that also a reference to the prosecutor?
That's what she does. That's her
She-
shtick.
Whips people.
Yeah.
So we have the guy who brings alcohol into the courtroom, and we have a person who whips people in the courtroom.
Yeah.
Much concern. We just had another prosecutor come in earlier too. Lots of prosecutors coming in. Oh my god. If we see a Van Zeeks, I am going to lose my mind.
Only one way to find out.
I don't want him to find me. Eyes. Unless.
Wink wonk, wink wonk,
Oh
wink.
my god, Judge.
So, I presume you intend to wield your rights again in this trial. Rights of the defense written into antiquated British law that should have been buried long ago.
Call it antiquated if you will. But it's the defense's prerogative to carry out a summation examination if it so chooses.
Yes, flex your right. Very well, counsel. In accordance with the letter of the law, we shall proceed with the summation examination. What a fun word. Are the members of the jury
Summation
ready,
examination.
Mr. Foreman?
Summation examination.
Summation examination.
Of course we're ready. I'm all too familiar with that Nipponese whippersnapper and his uncas refusal to throw in his alley.
I don't know what that sentence means.
Throw in. Give up. Basically, we get the idea. Very well then. Isn't it usually like throw in the trowel though? Maybe it's
The
different.
towel.
Towel?
Well, like with boxing, right? Where you have the towel where you whip off your sweat and
Is
you're
that
like,
where
"I
it's
give up."
from?
I think so.
I thought it was a trowel. Like I'm done farming.
I don't want to farm anymore. I'm done with Minecraft.
I don't know. Very well then. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, you will each explain on what grounds you have determined the defendant to be guilty. Oh, and then we pit them against each other. That's what we did last time. I remember. The jurors' contentions.
For pity's sake, that little Nipponese oddity already admitted it himself, didn't he?
If he said what a woman in green collapsed before his eyes, why it can only have been the victim?
The man wouldn't have gone around the houses on his way back from the bookshop, not in Whitney.
So the poor woman was attacked from behind, was she? How dreadful!
I really don't care. Can we just wrap this up now? I've got work to be doing.
That doesn't seem like.
What? I can do a different one. I'm sorry. He's just a. Do you want a different one for the second to last guy, number 5? Did you want a different voice for number 5?
No. I was making a comment on what he said specifically because he's like, I don't care what happens to the trial.
Okay,
I just want to go to
misunderstood.
work. Sorry, I didn't mean to.
No, it's okay. I just misunderstood what you were saying. Okay, old man. Yes, your books. Yes, nice shop, that. But bourbon books? No, not worth a visit.
Okay, let me double check what they all said. Wait a minute. Woman in green collapsed. It could have been done. The root. Attacked from behind, was she? Oh, so 2 and 4 are at odds. Because attacked from behind, collapsed before his eyes. So in front and behind.
Well,
Right?
well, not necessarily. I don't think that's technically in contention because it's saying she was attacked from behind. So if it was him doing the attacking, she would have collapsed in front of him.
Not from where he was standing. He would have been. He would have. Wait. Huh? I'm gonna say that though, because that's the only one that mentions any kind of difference, and the other ones are kind of like, I just want to go home.
I want to leave.
With only minor exceptions, the reasons for finding the defendant guilty are all too clear.
When the stabbing occurred, the only 2 people at the scene were the victim and the accused. And the accused himself has admitted to seeing the victim in her green overcoat sink to the ground before his eyes.
Furthermore, we have heard from the inspector that the defendant then fled the scene. I must say, I would have ample grounds to convict this man already.
Oh dear. Even the judge appears convinced of Mr. Natsume's guilt now.
Why did he have to run away like that?
That's what any sensible person would do.
And how are we supposed to believe in some phantom attacker that nobody could see? This is impossible. How can I possibly make a case for the defense?
Mr. Naruto, this is no time for grumbling. If we want to force the trial to continue,
Yes, I know. I have to turn the tide. But I must make the jurors change their minds. Well, 4 of them at least.
exactly. We have no choice but to forge onward.
Or forge forward. You have the floor, counsel. Begin your summation examination.
Yes, my lord.
Oh,
I just need to keep this trial going somehow. Whatever it takes. Come on, Ryunosuke. You can do it.
Oh, look at him. How important.
he's squaring up. He's ready.
Inspector in the background with his chips. The defense's rebuttal. Hold on, before we read. Was there anything you thought conflicted? Let me see.
Unironically, I think the old man is actually kind of informative.
About the state of the bookshops?
Yeah, like which one's good or not. Which
Oh, it doesn't.
I think that would be pretty important to our defendant here.
Yeah, I'm just not sure how to present that point, you know?
Yeah, I guess that's fair. We can just press for now and go with it and see what comes up.
Yeah, and then we'll do pitting.
Hold it!
Oh, I probably should have had you reread that. Hold on.
For pity's sake, that little Nipponese oddity already admitted it himself, didn't he?
Excuse me, but aren't you...
Yes, that's right. I was in the witness stand myself just 2 days ago.
Yes, I had a feeling I knew your face. Or the side of it, anyway.
Look at him being all confident with his hand on his sword.
I mean, I feel like I'd be kind of confident if I had a sword. I'm gonna be real with you.
If I remember correctly, you're a banker, aren't you?
That's right. After the gold rush down under, I came.
Why'd I make him Australian there for a second? Down under.
After the gold rush down under, I came back to London to work. And it was all going swimmingly until you started fossicking around. Bruce Fairplay was a man of repute.
Sorry?
There was no fair play involved.
Don't think I've forgotten how you treated me the other day. You had me on that young hatter pegged as criminals.
Oh, well, you know, water under the bridge.
I feel like he shouldn't be part of the jury based on their, past, but whatever.
Now there's all sorts of rumors buzzing around, and the police have been badgering me non-stop.
If I could turn back the clock.
Well, anyway, I don't know about the hatter, but at least I'm in the clear now. And free to make up my own mind about who's guilty and who isn't.
Thank goodness.
All right. Maybe I might struggle to change this man's mind, given our awkward history.
Oh dear. I wonder what's become of Mr. First now.
Oh.
If he said that a woman in green collapsed before his eyes, why, it can only have been the victim.
Do you have something to say, sorry?
Oh no, it was lagging out for a second. It's okay.
Oh, okay.
Hold it!
You're right. At the time of the incident, the defendant admits to having seen someone wearing a green overcoat walking ahead of him.
Well, quite. That's precisely my point. Clearly that someone wearing green was the victim. And clearly that funny little Nipponese man with the disturbing mustache is the culprit.
But let us not forget, madam, the defendant vehemently denies attacking the woman.
Why, of course he does. If he admits to stabbing her, his life is over. The man is obviously a liver-faced coward. Honestly, claiming the woman simply collapsed before his eyes.
But if that's a lie, as you're suggesting, do you not think he would have concocted something more credible?
Oh, I really couldn't say. After all, you are foreign. Who's to say what goes through your funny little minds?
That's
Man.
crazy.
I could tell you what's going through my funny little mind right now, but you wouldn't like it.
I do declare the man has already made the admission. He himself has stated that there was nobody else around. Surely the conclusion is obvious. No one else could possibly have committed this awful crime.
Wait.
If no... Oh, sorry. Go.
I had a thought. Can we see people's profiles in the court record?
I
What
think we
color? What color is the? But I'm not saying it's him, but what color is the detective's coat? That looks pretty green to me, doesn't it?
They might describe it more as like a cream or a beige.
All I'm saying is, what do you think is the coat color of Scotland Yard detectives?
I think I know what you're getting at.
What if the person that Mr. Natsume saw collapse wasn't the victim at all? It was someone else in a green overcoat.
I think Scotland Yard's uniform was like blue blackish
Her.
for officers. was an officer
I don't-
selling them, so.
Well, it was, yeah, it was a patrolman, I think. So maybe, I don't know. It's a thought. I don't know if it's
It's a
fully
thought.
fleshed out.
Mhm.
Anyway, sorry for derailing.
It's okay.
I don't remember if I read this, so I'll read it again.
If no one else could have done it, the accused must be the man. Really, it couldn't have been more simple.
Your argument is compelling in its simplicity, I must admit.
Oh my! You are too kind, my lord.
That went well. For her. The man wouldn't have gone around the houses on his way back from the bookshop. Nothing, wouldn't you?
Hold it!
But you can't deny that there are other routes Mr. Natsume could have taken back from your books. Oh yes, like you draw on the map, you mean? What was it, Calabash Road or something?
Juror number 2 may be my type, I'm afraid. What? You can rizz her up after the trial, okay? We're professionals here in court, despite the alcohol and the whips and everything. The whips and chains.
The chains and whips excite me.
Precisely. But it seems to me that what counts is whether the little Japanese fella actually went that way or not. Well, yes, that's true. And at the moment, there's no proof that shows he did, is there? Well, yes, that's true as well.
Whips and chains and alcohol sound like a party, not a courthouse. They're literally throwing fire around. This is basically a very fucked up party.
They have very lively after parties once the case is settled.
And as I understand it, the accused himself doesn't remember which way he went, does he? Well, yes, that's annoyingly true.
That's not. If it was snowing, they might have been able to track the path through the snow, but it's probably a bit late for that now.
It has
They
been
probably
like
didn't
3 days.
Notice, yeah.
Winter nights are dark and cold, so the way I see it, you'd want to get home as quickly as possible. Well, yes. Why is this all true? So really, the only thing that makes sense is that he went home along Briar Road. I'm supposed to be convincing you here. I have given it a lot of thought, you know. I didn't just make up my mind on a whim that he did it. I mean, if there was some logical reason why he might have gone the Calabash Road way, it'd be different.
I agree.
I'd be happy to reconsider my position in that case. Honest, I would.
I like this guy.
I think he did it. I'm kidding. A reason why Soseki-san might have taken the longer way home.
Yes, a good reason. I don't imagine you'll be able to sway this young man's opinion without one. So the poor woman was attacked from behind, was she? How dreadful!
Tell Juro 3 to sit back, it's not amateur hour. Oh shit. Fuck. Hold on, wait, I can go back. Okay, I figured out how to go back. We're good.
Hold it!
Whatever is the matter, young man?
You're the wife of Mr. Garadeb, aren't you? The landlord who rents Mr. Natsume's room?
The master's wife! Where do you get your ideas, sir? I'm the maid! Maid, you understand?
She's keeping up that charade? This is going to be awkward. Why didn't you mention this yesterday? That you'd be selected for the jury in this trial, I mean.
Well, I was told not to mention it to anyone until the day of the trial, you see. A maid, get her ass back on our Minecraft server. I wouldn't want this one as my maid.
She's
She
vicious.
pours tea all over your lap.
It was in the letter I received. The instructions were very clear, so I'm afraid I had no choice.
I see. Anyway, Mr. Natsume, the defendant, takes lodging in your master's house, doesn't he?
Yes, that's right. Although he's only been in a little over a week now.
And in that time, surely you must have taken stock of his character. Does Mr. Natsume look like the kind of man who would commit a crime such as this?
This isn't really evidence or anything.
Oh my goodness me, yes! He's just the sort.
And I knew she was going to respond that way.
Oh.
Her cheeks have recoil.
What?
Spending all his time in that dark and dingy room, sporting that
Scrupulous.
unscrupulous mustache.
The man never speaks, and don't get me started on those shifty eyes. All the neighbors are talking about him.
I've heard them, you know.
People think he must be building a bomb in there or something. Oh dear, poor Mr. Natsume. How could people say such things about him? He's just a harmless bookworm, nothing more.
Oh, she relates. She's a harmless bookworm too.
Well, you just called him a worm, so... Anyway, I'd better be careful about inviting this maid to speak. She's said enough damning things already.
I can't stop looking at the jiggle. It's kind of...
Quack,
It's so cute though, right? It just makes you want to pinch your cheeks.
quack.
I really don't care. Can we just wrap this up now? I've got work to be doing.
Oh, fuck. Okay, hold on.
Quack.
Hold it!
A man's life is on the line here, sir. This will take as long as it takes.
Don't get clever with me now, son. My life's on the line too, and so is my family's.
Ah,
The likes of you wouldn't understand, but a laborer like me can't afford to take time off. If I don't work, I don't eat, and neither do my other wife and kids.
oh, I see. That must be very hard.
I go to the union every morning to find out what needs doing, and if you're late and the work's taken, it's tough. This time of year, there's water and gas supply pipes bursting left, right, and center. They're after cheap labor to get the roads dug up to fix it. It's a hard slog from dawn till dusk it is.
So, you were out digging up the roads on the day of the incident as well, were you?
That's right. In fact, if I remember rightly, it was just round the corner from where it all happened. At that old bookshop it was.
Wait,
Oh.
what? Another coincidence?
That's right. Meerschaum Street it was.
Meerschaum Street?
On the map, Mr. Naruto, there are only 3 named streets.
Okay, thank you. We can read.
Teehee. Juror number 5, I need you to add that information to your formal statement, please.
What's the point in that? Can't we just get this business over with now?
Please, sir, it's important.
Fine, I'll do it then.
The Minecraft courtroom can look like this.
Mike wife. Wait, that's a good... That's why he wouldn't take Meerschaum Street back. That's why he would take the longer route home.
You're so smart. Oh my god.
Because there was road work being done.
Yeah. I already started the courtroom, so I can't. I don't want to change it.
Okay. Well, hang on. Let's
On the day it happened, I was digging up Meerschaum Street from dawn till dusk.
We'll press the last one, and then we'll start pitting them against each other.
Yeah.
Your books, yes. Nice shop, that. But bourbon books? No, not worth a visit.
Hold it!
Sorry? Fold it, you say? Fold what?
No. What I said was hold it. What I wanted to ask was, do you visit your books often?
I like the old books they have in there, yes. I enjoy reading them over a nice cup of old tea. That's my daily routine, you see? Same thing every day, including the day you're all talking about.
Ola said you have an awesome old folk voice.
Oh, I thank you so much there, Sonny. You're a little whippersnapper.
Youth.
The kids these days.
And at what time did you visit your books on the day in question?
Well, I was picking out books in there all afternoon, and it would have been just before 5 that I left.
Oh, that's around the time.
That's my daily routine, you see. Same thing every day, including the day you're all talking about.
Just before 5, you say? Exactly when the victim was attacked. Are you sure about the time?
Oh, yes, no mistake there. I remember it well. I'm not about to forget that day in a hurry. Not after the dreadful time I had.
Oh?
What do you mean?
Well, I was walking down Calabash Road when I slipped on the ice and donked my head.
He's wearing a green
wait.
coat.
He has the green overcoat,
Oh my god.
and he has the same build the woman does.
True.
It's always worse after the snow stopped falling. That's when it's most slippery. Knocked myself clean out, I did. I really thought my number was up.
Wait a minute. Let me get this straight. This happened on Calabash Road.
That's both roads covered.
That's right. I live in Cornpipe, you see. Heading down Calabash Road is the quickest way for me to get back from your books.
Juror number 6, I must insist that you add that information to your formal statement, and it may very well be extremely significant.
Sorry, extremely sick. No, I'm quite all right now.
It sends a shiver down my spine to hear the members of the jury so convinced of Mr. Natsume's guilt.
This might be stuff we already read. Oh no, we haven't read this. Okay.
No, I think this is new.
But I can't help feeling that some of their opinions are rather subjective.
I agree. It's the irrelevance of what some of them are saying that sends a shiver down my spine. Still, at least some of their assertions don't actually incriminate Mr. Natsume of anything. That's something.
We must use that to our advantage, Mr. Naruhodo. Cunningly.
Yes, you're right. Let's listen to the jurors again, carefully. And if any of their assertions are at odds, I'll pit them mercilessly against each other.
Yes, don't hold back. Pit them all against each other.
Stop reading my mind.
What? Oh, sorry. Oh my god, I'm
No,
so
no, no.
sorry.
No. I was making a joke that was internal dialogue that she was responding to. It's like, stop reading my
Oh.
mind.
Oh, okay. I was like, did I read his mind? I feel bad.
No.
Okay.
Well, there's two things that immediately stand out to me.
Yeah, so the guy who said it was clear, right? clue. Him and the old man, right?
No, him and the worker. The number 5.
Oh, right.
'Cause-
Yeah, sorry. Yeah.
He's okay.
Okay.
Objection!
Sorry, my game just froze. Okay.
No, it's okay.
Those two statements are clearly at odds with one another.
Look at his expression.
Oh no, I'm so sorry.
At odds, Council. Explain yourself.
Please don't point. It wasn't me, I swear.
Oh my god.
What? I just wanted to get this done and dusted.
Well, juror number 3. Oh, me sir. What do you mean? Juror number 5's words just now are extremely significant. Let's take a moment to consider the implications of what's been said on our map of the local area.
According to my calculations.
Actually, on the day in question, Mr. Natsume visited this bookshop to purchase a number of secondhand books. And on the same day, we now know that there were works being carried out on Meerschaum Street, making it impassable. Which means that the defendant's route home could not have taken him along Meerschaum Street and down Briar Road. Oh yes, of course. What do you think, sir?
She'd be like, I think he took the other route because I just want to go home.
I want to go home. Send him to prison. I don't care.
Well, yes, you can't argue with that, really, can you? He must have had a good 2 yards or more of the pavement up. Every gentleman and gentlewoman that came along had to turn back and go the other way.
So, the only conclusion is this. The defendant must have taken the longer route back to his lodgings. Yes, I suppose he must have.
I suppose that might be right, eh?
Juror number 3, you said the following. The man wouldn't have gone around the houses on his way back home from the bookshop. But we see now that he had no choice.
Stop
Yes,
pointing at him. He's scared.
I'm just a timid little fella.
my lord judge said, if I may,
Yes.
I don't think in all good conscience that I can say the man's guilty now. Yes, I'd like to see this trial continue so we can get to the bottom of what really happened.
Good for you.
What? How do you do that? Is he magic? What?
What about you, sir?
Who? Me? Well, all right then. If there's a hole in the prosecution's argument, it should be filled in. That's what I say.
Good for you.
Oh, well done, Mr. Naruhodo. That was wonderful.
Well, we managed to change a couple of minds at least. It's strengthened our position somewhat.
Yes, and it will prompt the other members of the jury to reconsider their stance as well. They'll be asking themselves if their current leanings are really right or not. Now, if we could just identify one more clue or discrepancy that would make them stop doubting Mr. Natsume, we might be able to tip the balance completely.
Yes, that's exactly what we've got to do. Manzeeks is looking to bring this trial to an early conclusion. That's what we have to prevent by whatever means we have at our disposal.
He was like, I just want to go home, enjoy a glass of wine.
Don't make me break another wine glass, I swear to God.
Thank you, counsel. On with the summation examination, please.
Yes, my lord.
Okay, so I know the green coat thing, right?
Yeah.
Is it hers?
So I think it's
And
her and the
old
last
man?
guy, number 6. Yeah.
Okay. Perfect.
Perfect.
If I can remember. Okay, here we go.
Objection!
Yeah, that looks like a woman to me.
Woman. Those two statements clearly show a flaw in the juror's reasoning.
A flaw. What are you talking about, counsel?
Well, juror number 2, juror number 6.
Whatever do you mean, sir?
He doesn't know what's going on.
Cranberries.
I think perhaps the old man didn't hear you.
Unbelievable. It's not like I was loud or anything.
How did all the jurors end up having crucial info on the case? Well, it's not like info directly related to the case. They just are involved, you know? It's just a nice coincidence. London is small.
Convenient. There is at least one fact of which we can be sure here. The bookshop receipt found in the defendant's room clearly indicates that on the day of the attack, he had been to your books and purchased a number of secondhand titles. He then returned home on foot.
But the man says he has no recollection of his return journey.
That's correct. But what he does remember is seeing someone appear in front of him on the way. Someone in a green overcoat who suddenly collapsed on the pavement before his eyes.
Yes, we are all well aware of this. The poor young woman who was stabbed, obviously.
Objection!
Can we really be sure of that, madam?
Well, one of them had a knife poking out of him, the other one didn't. Either way, if he ran off because an old man slipped on ice and collapsed in front of him, like, that kind of makes him a shitty person.
Yeah, it's kind of a dick move.
So, I guess he is kind of skittish, but...
Yeah, I don't think he would have intended any harm by it, but like...
It's not a good image. Did you read this?
I believe I read this one. Yeah.
Okay.
My, whatever do you mean?
I'm sure you heard juror number 6's account of what happened to him that day. That same afternoon, there was somebody else apart from the victim who was wearing a green overcoat and who fell over on the icy streets in the neighborhood.
Oh my.
Oh,
My goodness, you mean? That's right. I'm referring, of course, to hard of hearing, juror number 6.
you didn't need to add that in the first place.
Are you really suggesting that the person in the green overcoat whom the defendant saw collapse in front of his eyes was the jolly old gentleman on the end of the bench here with me today?
That is entirely possible, yes. After all, the old man has a somewhat similar build to the victim.
But his books are there.
Well, look at that.
My goodness me!
Zai, you need a pee?
And crucially,
He desperately needs to go to the bathroom.
we know precisely where the old man in the green overcoat fell.
On Calabash Road.
Therefore, if the person who Mr. Natsume saw collapsing in front of him was in fact juror number 6, It means the defendant must have taken the long route back to his lodgings. And if that's true, then clearly the crime scene on Briar Road, where the woman was stabbed, was not on his way home.
Oh my!
You idiot old man, if you hadn't been so daft as to be roaming about there, we'd have this boxed off hours ago.
And really, what were you thinking wearing such a befuddling coat?
What did you say to me? Is it a crime for the elderly to walk the streets these days? Is it a crime to slip over on the ice? Is it a crime to keep up with the latest styles and wear a beautiful green overcoat? Is it?
Speak your mind, old man.
Pop, 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 pop.
My lord, I do hope it won't cause any inconvenience, but...
You'd like to change your leaning, I presume?
I do declare that I would. I should like to call for a verdict of not guilty.
Thank you.
It's not for you, peasant.
And I would too.
What?
Is it a crime to change your mind? Is it? Well,
Doink.
Wonderful.
Nesima, we did it.
Well, that summation examination has concluded with a rather large shift in opinion. The eyes 2, the nose 4, and the nose have it. Not guilty, they say. Which means we no longer have a consensus among the members of the jury. The trial will continue.
Let's go.
Oh. I need a new thing of wine after this. I knew it was gonna break.
Could it seem churlish of me to drink from my hallowed chalice moments after raising an objection? Only to crush it in disgust. Pray forgive the discourtesy.
Lord Van Zeeks?
It seems I must retract my earlier remark.
What do you mean?
I mistakenly credited these jurors with intelligence by describing them as insightful. Yet we have just witnessed them falling for a cheap trick performed by an Eastern entertainer.
Whatever do you mean?
Objection!
I haven't tricked anyone. Everything I've said is the truth.
You're just very good at spinning things.
Indeed. Stalwart Junior number 5 was undoubtedly repairing the road, as he claims. I believe you said it was a good 2 yards of the pavement which you had excavated, sir. That's right. It took me the whole day and they paid me a measly tuppence for it. Now, my learned Nipponese friends, tell me. Do you have any notion of the distance that 2 yards represents?
Well, if I'm honest, I don't have a clue, no.
2 yards is a little less than 2 meters.
Less than 2 meters? That's not much at all.
In other words, a distance readily vaulted by anyone of moderate vigor. Would you not agree, my stalwart friend? Me? Well, I can't say you're wrong, no.
What?
And did you perchance erect a sign to prevent pedestrians from passing the site of your works? I wouldn't dream of it. What a waste of time. No coaches would have had a hope of passing anyway, and we just turn any gentlefolk back when they come. Kids just jump right over us all the time. The accused is no gentleman as far as I can see.
Oh, okay.
That's rude.
I have little doubt, however, that he could spring over a 2-yard trench in his meanderings around town.
With his books and risk dropping them?
Yeah, and also he doesn't get out much.
True.
Yeah.
Is it true? Is it?
The inconvertible truth is that the books just purchased by the accused were found at the scene. There can be no doubt that on his way back to his lodgings, Mr. Natsume walked down Briar Road.
Crushed in a single sentence.
And old man.
Cold man? You can
Aw.
talk?
Look at his eyes.
Oh, poor little goober.
You say that around 5 o'clock on the day in question, you slipped and fell on Calabash Road. Pray, was there a suspicious-looking Nipponese behind you at the time?
Oh, I can't say I remember.
He was out cold, wasn't he?
He's also incredibly hard of hearing and unaware of his surroundings.
Yeah.
You don't remember?
How about a wager, my learned friend? You say it was this old man that the accused saw. But I would lay 1,000 to 1 against you being able to prove it.
I can't wait for that payday then.
Ah!
Just look at her looking at him.
I know, she's so disappointed. Order! Lord Van Zeeks, explain yourself.
My lord,
If you had such a trenchant argument up your sleeve, why in the world did you not proffer it during the summation examination?
I wanted to give this young foreign student the sightseeing experience he no doubt came for.
Oh, so he was entertaining us.
I wanted him to see for himself how the opinion of the jury is so readily swayed.
We saw that last trial too, though.
A little wishy-washy.
But my hospitality has its limits, and they have been reached, I feel.
Oh! Is he stripping in the court?
My goodness.
So, my learned friend, today's sightseeing tour of London is now over.
What are you talking about?
My lord,
Oh, look at him. Is he
The
getting on in here? Sorry.
That's why he took his coat off.
Indeed. I need to take mine off.
the prosecution requests permission to call its next witnesses to the stand.
The culprit is obviously Saseki. No, not. He's innocent. Proven guilty. Also, welcome in, D-Shiz. How are you?
Hello.
Granted. Bailiff, bring forth the witnesses.
It's next witnesses?
He's going hard.
Mr. Naruhodo, do you not remember? We've been told on several occasions that there were eyewitnesses to the incident.
Yes, I remember. One of them being a Scotland Yard policeman, no less.
I'm afraid that's likely to be the prosecution's next witness.
All right. No matter who Van Zeeks brings to the stand as his witnesses, and no matter what they say, I believe in Soseki-san. I know he's innocent.
We're about to get like smacked in the face with a very certain witness, maybe one we know.
And with the fucking. And I'll keep believing this to the very end. Until this battle is over.
No matter what they say, Saseki-san is guilty. I will not have this negativity, hater energy in my chat right now.
Be nice to the little goober. He's an anxious little guy. Also, look at these two.
I know.
Witnesses, please state your names and occupations for the court.
Sorry,
Stop
I'm
chewing
just
it on that.
reveling in their appearance right now.
Oh yeah.
Man's okay. Whatever. Oh. Oh. Do you want to voice him? I'll give you
Sure,
a
I don't know what I
moment.
want to. Trying to think of. Oh my god, this music.
A sleepy little guy who's being domed by the other witness.
Oh my god, his name.
Rolly.
Rolly beat. He's really beat.
Well, let's, all right then. Let's, all right, how about this then, eh? Constable Rolly beat, sir. And nothing to report on the street, sir.
As the voice of the court would say, Saseki seems really sus because he is a hunchback. That's crazy. But that is exactly what they're all saying.
Yeah, they're kind of rude.
Super rude.
Little messed up.
Oh shit.
And I'm Mrs. Beat. Patricia's my name. I'm proud to say I'm this young town hero's wife.
Oh, okay. Interesting. He ain't seeing shit. Wait, why is the wife there?
To keep him awake, I guess.
What's the story here?
Despite being a sleepyhead, my guy bagged. Maybe she likes that he's sleepy and she just gets to say, oh, you know, I'm married to a policeman, you know, swoon, like he's saving the town, etc. She might have fallen for any other policeman.
Or maybe she just likes the freckles.
Maybe.
Well, in truth, we've not been married long. In fact, we celebrated our first anniversary only the other day.
Wow.
Oh, so cute.
The fact that you're so accurate on her quirk is crazy. What do you mean? The fact that she's into dobbing? Or what?
No. It was your husband I was asking about. He seems tired.
Hardly surprising. Whilst being an honorable occupation, patrolling the beat is the most demanding work in the world.
No, the fact that she loves him basically for the sole fact that he's a Bobby head. Okay, yeah. I mean, I know there's people out there that are dating, like, that like military men for that reason.
Oh, wow, I love a man in uniform.
Exactly.
Oh, really? I'm sure I've heard that before, actually.
Indeed. Apart from rare days off, our gallant officers trudge some 20 miles a day, you know. They patrol boarding houses and pubs, collect taxes, survey the streets, check that meters are reading true. And they're responsible for keeping the streets clean and lighting and extinguishing our street lights. Damn.
There are a number of items on that list that don't sound much like policing duties at all.
I wouldn't just be falling asleep on my feet. I'd have collapsed long ago.
But it goes without saying that a policeman's primary duty is the apprehension of criminals.
Half of that isn't about policing. Yeah.
Even when he's off duty, a constable is expected to investigate and resolve any crimes on his beat. For the London Bobby is a man of honor.
The shining example. With the thing in his mouth and all.
Yeah, with this dented helmet.
And a man of slumber.
He'll change your suspicion. It's definitely Van Ziek's. That I can get behind.
He just like seemed to be somebody to go deal with problems.
On the day in question, this man and his wife were walking down Briar Road in the opposite direction.
Why are you voicing Vanzi? Looks like he's Zhongli from Genshin. You should hear the way he says objection. The way Cole is voicing him is pretty spot on.
I actually don't know that character for Genshin. I haven't played it.
Zhongli's hot. It's okay. You're good.
Okay, is that a good thing? I guess.
You should have a small tasting of the Susato takedown. You're so right. She is a woman to be feared and not messed with, as he's been doing.
One way for him to find out.
Indeed. You read this, right?
Yes.
And they witnessed the incident as it occurred. Is that not correct, Mr. and Mrs. Beat?
That's right, sir. Isn't it, Rowley?
Rowley? Raleigh? Rowley?
Rolly.
I think it's Rowley. Like the bug.
Constable Rolly Bates, sir. Nothing to report on the street, sir. What a great witness he's going to be.
Very good. I'd like to hear your formal testimonies now, please. The thing in common with both of them is that apparently they don't care about money with how much this guy just breaks his own wares. He must be loaded. He's got lawyer money, you know?
You see how he dresses? My man probably is wearing a year's salary on this person.
Vanzique breaks about a dozen glasses and 10 wine bottles per trial for real. He breaks up more than he drinks them. Well, it could be cheap wine. Well, the cheap wine still isn't cheap with how much he does, so. You will tell the court exactly what you saw on the afternoon of the incident.
Yes, sir.
For your boy today to get another story arc in Genshin. Is Albedo getting more time in Genshin? If he does, he'll probably be in the area that I haven't explored. Oh, I don't want to play Genshin, but I want to see Albedo. What is this?
You got by liking the characters.
Just Albedo too. Like, I don't give a shit about most of them, but Albedo, I have to see.
Nah, I mean, I get it. I almost got baited into playing Honkai Star Rail just because of Firefly with the cool mecha scene, like animation thing. Like, oh,
And her music's amazing.
like yeah, right?
The moment you like a character, you'll like spending for that character. I think I did swipe on him too, and I have the cardboard cutout too.
That's phenomenal.
Love pays. It's okay. It's just the price of love. And being Delulu.
Daludu.
Another story quest in Stormvale. Wait, Stormvale's the beginner area, so I actually have that area unlocked, so I could actually play it. So I don't need to do all the other areas. Easy. Okay.
Oh.
Wait, have you played Genshin?
I've played like an hour of it, so I know about Stormvale at least.
Okay.
And I think I pulled the water lady with the big hat. That's all I got. That's all I remember. It was like a year ago.
I don't remember who that is. You're gonna have to deal with Wander and the toy dragon and the heart of the dragon in Stormvale. That's fine. I didn't do the Wanderer's stuff. I didn't even name him. Whatever. But yeah, Zhongli would have been in the second area. That's probably why you didn't meet him.
No.
What the witnesses saw. It was our wedding anniversary and Rolly was taking me out for a meal. There was no time to change after work. Anyway, two silhouettes appeared out of the fog on the pavement in front of us. All of a sudden, one of them just collapsed on the floor. Then the other scattered something before running off. We ran straight over, of course, and then went for help at a nearby police box.
Aren't we the help?
It was definitely that Japanese man in the dock. Rolly and I saw him clear as day.
Well, this is extremely compelling testimony, I must say.
dear. This policeman and his wife are claiming to have positively identified Mr. Natsume at the scene. If their testimony is true, the alternative course of events that you established in the summation examination will be quashed.
It's death knell, in fact. Because that alternative was never viable in the first place.
Oh, wait,
Okay, so
actually,
like-
hang on.
What?
Sorry, continue.
I was
I had a neuron connect. I want to check something.
Mhm.
Where is it? Yeah, I'm checking IMDb. The person I'm working with doing the casting direction on my demo sides, I think mentioned that he had. Trying to find it. I'm sorry.
You're fine.
Did the English voice for. What's the character's name? Trevor Huyan? Something like that, I think it's listing.
I don't know who that
I'm not sure. But essentially, the reason why the neuron's connected is the person I'm working with actually did some of the English voice work for some of the stuff in Genshin.
is. In Genshin?
I think he's. Yeah, supposedly.
Oh.
Going off of IMDb.
Oh, that's fun. I met someone who
Yeah.
voiced in Reverse 1999.
That's pretty cool.
It was. That's so cool. I love that game. I play so much Elden
Sorry.
Ring at the moment. I heard Stormvale. I was thinking, what the hell they want to do with Godric? I think it's going to do with their mother and their. Oh my god, more albedo lore. I eat that shit up. Lena can rot my soul. I mean, Millennia. Lena is the one that loves Triosony. Both are good women. I don't remember the name. I just remember her moves.
I just remember a woman.
I just remember a woman. What an unfortunate bechancing. And on your wedding anniversary, too.
Oh, I know. But I still managed to go out for the evening with my man. I thank the Lord for that. Gosh, the life of a London Bobby sounds very hard indeed.
Indeed. However, this cross-examination will be over in minutes. You may well have time to rest this afternoon.
No rest for the wicked.
What do you mean by that? What do you mean no rest till Brooklyn?
It means you're wicked.
My learned friend, the witnesses saw the face of the man fleeing the scene. They are testifying under oath that it was without doubt the accused, Mr. Soseki Natsume. And one of these witnesses is a policeman, no less. So you appreciate the gravity of the situation, I'm sure.
Except that the man's so tired, his wife has to do all the talking.
Enough preamble. Counsel for the defense, commence the cross-examination, please. They're testifying under an oath. Bro, that doesn't mean jack shit in this series. True. They don't care.
Yes, my lord.
I sure wish I could get away with lying under oath like 5 times and still have my testimony considered.
Yeah, I mean, I think the first episode had a lot of people lying under oath, so... In fact, one of them was an investigator, I believe, so... I don't
Not a
know.
good look.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't UK policeman, I don't know. Maybe they care more. What the witnesses saw. What Patricia saw.
It was our wedding anniversary and Rolly was taking me out for a meal. There was no time to change after work.
I think that was kind of intentional. I think she just wanted to show off that she was dating a policeman.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, married to a policeman.
No time to change after work, you say? Are you also a member of the police, Mrs. Beat?
Oh no, sadly not. It's a job for strapping young men only. Women, children, and the elderly can't even apply.
Well, I think you can probably see why children and the elderly can't do the job, can't you?
I think Rolly looks ever so handsome in his uniform. It suits you to the ground, doesn't it, darling?
Well, I just finished my beat. Pat and I were headed back to the station. I was actually planning on getting changed there. Is he talking in his sleep? This is creepy.
Oh no, Rolly. I much prefer you in uniform. Sometimes I don't recognize you when I see you in your plain clothes. Oh dear, that doesn't seem healthy.
Kindly adhere to the point. You were going for a meal after you had finished your beat for the day, correct?
That's right, sir. Yes. Although I was fit to drop, to be honest, after spending the whole day on my feet. But policing is my life, sir. As long as I'm the proud owner of this, I'll serve my city and my queen to the end.
Metropolitan Police Warrant Card.
Well, what's all this then?
What's that now? My warrant card, sir. Proof that I'm a London copper. Has the noble founding principles of the force written on it. As a reminder to all us policemen of our sworn duty. Patrol the streets of London town and uphold the peace of the common man. Sir, and for such a noble cause, I cover 20 miles every single day without fail and without a grumble.
His arm's gonna fall off with how much he's saluting.
Because I know that the plodding of my boots is all Londoners need to hear to feel safe and secure.
Aww.
He's a good guy. So, fighting crime doesn't appear to come into it then. But sir, just on that one particular day, I was looking forward to celebrating my wedding anniversary. Mrs. Bate puts up with a lot of being married to a Bobby like me. I wanted to show my dear wife how much I care.
Aww. I know she's using him just for the badge, but that's so cute the way he thinks about her.
I'm glad it works out for them.
Oh, Pat.
Oh, Raleigh. Oh, what a charming couple. Their young love is such a joy to behold.
If a little over the top, perhaps.
And then, kindly describe what happened next. Are you gonna watch a lot of that be used to it?
Oh my god.
Great.
Anyway, two silhouettes appeared out of the fog on the pavement in front of us.
Hold it!
Two silhouettes?
That's right. They were coming towards us, walking up Briar Road in the opposite direction.
Oh?
There was a rather plump figure followed by a scrawny, thin-looking man. That does sound exactly like the victim as pictured in this print, and like Mr. Natsume.
Yes, unfortunately, it does.
And you're certain that at the time there was nobody else nearby?
Oh yes, quite certain. It was dark, but there were streetlights on Briar Road, you see.
Written up,
Litten up.
or what is it? Lit by Rowley.
White.
There's nobody else around at all. Isn't that right, my darling?
Well,
Ah, yes, right. Of course, there was a light fog on the ground. The Briar Road is dead straight, and you could see a fairly long way down the pavement. And then there's the street lighting as well. I didn't see any other pedestrians.
Before sleep takes a firm hold, your answer, please. Mr. Beat, are you quite sure of what you've just said?
Yes, sir. As a copper who spends all day, every day, keeping watch on the streets, I'd swear to it, sir.
Her eyes.
As I'm sure, as my love for Patricia is true. Oh, Pat.
Oh, Raleigh.
My God. They're still maintaining that there was no one else around other than the victim and the attacker. It's starting to seem like that must be how it really happened.
Told you you did warn us, yes.
It's beginning to seem like there's nowhere to run.
Well, that didn't stop Mr. Natsume, did it? He fled the scene all too convincingly.
Thank you. I believe we have a reasonably clear idea of this situation just before the incident now. What happened in the crucial moments that followed?
All of a sudden, one of them just collapsed on the floor. Then the other scattered something before running off.
Hold it!
Scattered something? What do you mean by that?
Oh, well, I couldn't quite make out what it was at the time. But then when we got closer, we realized what it was. Didn't we, darling?
Here we go again.
Hmm.
Surprised my man's neck is still in one piece.
Yes, that's right. It was some old books.
I see. Old books. I don't speak your language, including English. Just came to wish you a good day or another time of day and good luck. Thank you so much, Carlos. I appreciate that. I hope I pronounced that right. I hope your day is going spectacularly. Thank you so much for dropping by.
I wish I knew what language they spoke so I could reply, but thank you.
I'm not.
Yes,
I don't
sir.
know many languages though.
I mean, yeah. I mean, I don't know very basically any other languages fluently, but I know a couple where I can at least say hi.
Yes, sir. The culprit had dropped a number of them, all around where the victim lay on the pavement.
Indeed, as clearly pictured in this photographic print.
That rotten Japanese man did that when he did the deed.
Hold it!
Let's not forget that it remains to be established that the defendant was indeed the attacker. But we saw him. It was the man in the dock without question, sir. The mustache, the hunched back, the cat-like eyes, the top mouth, the snub nose, everything. Any more insults you want to throw in?
That's right. He looked down at that poor defenseless woman with those terrifying, intense eyes. And then suddenly threw his books onto the pavement and ran away.
What?
I see. This is tough. They seem as though they're telling the truth here.
May I remind the court that this unambiguous testimony comes from a policeman and his wife. Now please, continue.
Yes, sir.
We ran straight over, of course, and then went for help at a nearby police box.
Hold it!
Why were they running?
Yeah, it's strange that he wouldn't just, investigate himself, but
Was it your husband who went to fetch help?
No, no, I went. I may not be a police officer myself, but I am the proud wife of one after all. Isn't that right, my darling?
Oh, they have matching scarves. I just noticed. That's so cute.
Oh, it's adorable.
Yes, that's right. I asked Mrs. B to go. I was off duty by that point. But a Bobby's never truly off duty, of course, so I felt obliged to stay and guard the scene.
Very laudable, Mr. B. Preserving the scene of a crime is a task of considerable importance.
That's why I sent Patricia, you see? I told her where to find the right police box.
Forgive my ignorance, but what do you mean exactly by the right police box?
The one on the right, obviously. No, I'm just-
Not the left one, then, I guess?
Depends on a crime's location, you see, as to who deals with it. Where the woman was stabbed wasn't actually on my beat. So I told Patricia the way to the police box for the beat the incident fell under, so she could go and they.
She looks like she is so used to yanking anything on him. Yeah, true. She knows. We know.
I ran there as quickly as I could and asked for help from the Bobby on duty. There is nothing more potent than a young couple in love working together, you know.
And thanks to your swift response, the case was quickly resolved. The actions of two model citizens.
Oh, please. You're making us blush. Isn't he, darling?
Don't do it.
Yes, sir. What Patricia said, sir.
Let's move on, shall we?
It was definitely that Japanese man in the dock. Rolly and I saw him clear as day.
Hold it!
But surely you wouldn't have been able to see his face by the light of the gas street lamps, would you?
We absolutely could! Us Londoners have exceptional eyesight, I'll have you know.
Calm down. Leave him
She's
alone.
mad at him.
Right.
The light from the street lamps was more than enough.
God damn, this poor man.
And my husband already told you that the fog was only light, didn't he?
Yes, and what of the fog?
We're famous for it across the globe, I believe. But it's an absolute menace to those of us who have to live with it, of course.
Oh, it is! When it's thick, you can't even see the hand at the end of your own arm.
I said that before.
Yup. Yes, all right. I take your point. Now, could you stop shaking your husband around?
The constant fog makes our eyes very sharp, you see. That's why we can tell you for sure and certain that it was that little Japanese man we saw. Can't we, darling?
What? Yes. It was the accused and no mistake. The mustache, the hunched back, the cat-like eyes, the top mouth with the snub nose. Unmistakable, sir.
As far as this couple's testimony is concerned, there can't be any question. It was Soseki-san they saw running away from the scene of the crime. So that's it, is it? That's their entire testimony.
What do you think, Mr. Naruhodo?
Well, I hate to admit it, but on hearing the testimony, it really does seem as though Mr. and Mrs. Beat saw what they say they saw.
Mr. Natsume running away from the scene on Briar Road that day.
Yes, I feel the same.
So, if that's true, where does it leave us?
The members of the jury are sure to call for a guilty verdict after this testimony.
Oh no! Then what do we do?
If Kazuma-sama were here,
As I said, just like you did it. It's. I don't know.
If only the cool guy was here.
What are you trying to say?
That he's not as good as Kazuma-sama.
I don't suck. Leave me alone. I have a sword.
His sword and his armband.
That makes me cool now.
He was cooler though, because they were his.
I think he would try to find contradictions somewhere else within their testimony.
What do you mean, somewhere else?
Their statement about seeing Mr. Natsume is unequivocal. Calling that into question won't help. But if you could identify some other part of their testimony which appears to contradict the facts, you might be able to discredit them, to make the jury doubt if their pair's memory of the day is accurate.
Oh, right.
Put simply, we must focus on finding a discrepancy in these statements somewhere. If we don't, I'm afraid the trial may reach an early and unfavorable conclusion.
Why do I always seem to be so up against it?
Mr. Lawyer-sir, can I ask you something?
Oh, yes, of course. What is it?
Well, you keep asking us all these questions about everything we've told you, so... It seems like you don't believe our testimony. Is that right? Is it? Well, out with it!
That's adorable.
Yeah, she's using him to fight.
What? No. Oh no, it's really not that at all.
My husband's a policeman, remember? And I know what I saw. Oh. I remember every last detail. Everything. Like... Oh, I know. What about the books that man dropped? I could tell you the names of every single one I could.
Oh.
Every single one.
Please do.
And you dare to question how reliable my testimony is.
Prove it then. You can name every book? Name every book? Oh, I missed what he said. That will do, Mrs. B.
No, it won't do at all. That Japanese lawyer has no idea what I'm capable of. Even if I decide to forgive him for insulting us, don't think for a minute that Rolly will.
I really didn't mean to cause offense. Please, put your husband's fists down.
I think Uno would win anyways.
Probably.
Perhaps you would like the opportunity to supplement your testimony, Mrs. Beat. Might that appease you? I feel like that is basically what she does for their nightlife. I don't even want to think about that.
So long as they're happy.
If they're happy, then I'm happy.
Oh, thank you, my lord. That would settle things nicely. Wouldn't it, darling? I could even tell you the names of the 4 books he dropped at the scene.
Okay,
Wait.
all 4 books then.
Was it 4?
Wait. Yeah, there were 3, I think.
I don't think it was 4.
You're right.
Yes, we know that there were books dropped at the scene of the crime, as you say.
Those purchased by the accused at the nearby secondhand bookshop on the day in question.
After I'd been to the police box for help, I decided to have a good look over the area for good measure. I am a proud policeman's wife, after all. I did it for Rolly.
And what was your husband doing at the time?
Oh, here's lying face down in the snow, getting some well-deserved rest. He works ever so hard, you know. Ever so hard, don't you, my darling?
Interesting way of guarding the scene of the crime.
Hey, that snow is dangerous, okay? Someone needs to watch it.
You keep a real close eye on it.
Well, Mrs. Pete, seeing as you've regaled the court with your tales of your powers of recollection, would you be so kind as to recount the titles of the books you observed at the scene?
I'd be happy to. Now, are you all listening? There was the picture of Monsieur somebody or other and What's It Yearnings. Then there was, a meal for someone. And the last one was definitely the Thingamy's something.
Yeah?
You see?
Solid. Nice memory. Hey, I mean, I don't blame her. Like, if someone asked me to recall something, like, something that happened 3 days ago, like book titles, like, what books did you pick up at Barnes and Nobles? I'd be like, I don't know.
Yeah, I definitely would also be at a loss, but like, I also wouldn't hype myself up, be like, I remember exactly what all of them were.
Yeah, true.
Yes, I see there are 1 or 2 holes in your memory.
Oh well, they were along those lines, I'm quite sure.
Would you mind checking the court record for the receipt?
The receipt.
Monsieur, Emile, Canterbury.
She got
Oh,
the
those are the
picture.
books.
She got a meal. She got yearnings. I think she cut this in 2, if I remember right. Because she definitely said, I don't know.
Can we check what she said exactly?
Yeah. Oh, the picture of Monsieur, the Thingamy's something.
That last one isn't there.
So where'd she get it
And
from?
in the photo, I think there's only 3 too.
Mhm.
Right?
Yeah. Yep.
I only see 3. Weird.
There were indeed books found at the scene with titles along those lines, as you put it.
Well, what did I tell you? So I think it's very mean the way you've been implying that my testimony can't be trusted. Don't you agree, darling?
Oh my god.
Oh. Anyone who upsets my Patricia will have to answer to. Or have me to answer to.
Look, he's suddenly awake.
Just pulls out his gun. Oh, wait, you probably put that away before you...
He's just holding it all the time.
Terrifying.
Yes, she really is.
So that's it, is it? That's their entire testimony?
I think we read this one. Right?
I don't think so. I think this is new.
Okay. What do you think, Mr. Naruto?
Well, I hate to admit it, but on hearing the testimony...
Oh no, this is... No, you're right. This one is looping again now.
Okay. I'm just gonna skip and then press them on the... using the receipt.
Yeah. Yep.
Don't worry, my guy's battery is just like an iPhone's. Doesn't last much.
Well, it has been a
It's
year
like
since they got
constantly-
married.
It's like constantly plugging in your phone when it's on 0 to 1% and trying to... Every time it boots up, you just turn it back on and it dies again.
Yeah, not great. So I think it is just the last line that was added on. 4 books.
Except
what?
there's a
For
receipt.
looks.
Or what? Should we present the picture of the receipt?
Well, if you click on the picture, does it mention the books in it?
No.
No. So I think the receipt's probably better.
Okay.
Objection!
So, you're saying that there were 4 books.
You should definitely present the knife. Makes the most sense. You're so right.
Just threaten them with it.
That's right. I remember all of them. The picture of Monsieur somebody, what's it yearnings, a meal for someone, and the thingamy's something.
I'm sorry, Mrs. Beat. But there is a fundamental flaw in that statement of yours.
Oh no! What flaw?
Simply that, at the scene of the crime, there were only 3 books, not 4.
What?
This is the receipt from the bookshop where the defendant bought his books.
Your books.
Yes, and it details Mr. Natsume's purchases that day. But as you can see, only 3 books are listed.
The flaw is that you're stating it, miss. Hey, she was close, okay? She's just kind of dug herself her own little grave now, you know?
Welcome in, Bluebee. Thanks for DMing your daily drink. How are you?
Oh yeah.
Only 3? But no. No. That can't be. I remember seeing them. There were 4 books, I tell you. 4 dirty old books.
Wait, hang on, I just looked at the drink name that popped up from that. Is it an actual drink, a constellation?
No,
Is that
they're
real?
no. They're custom drinks that I've drawn for people.
Okay. Okay. I'm assuming that's for ye old and coal. It's really funny though.
I've never heard of that drink before, but no, I've come up with it for my mod call.
Ye.
Mhm.
Sorry, I just caught me off guard when I saw it pop up. Okay.
It's okay.
Oh, really? Have a good look at this photographic print of the scene of the crime.
Swinging by to say goodnight. I hope stream's going well. It is going well. I'm trying to find a good stopping point though, because really, we're going
Yeah,
over.
it's been a minute.
Yeah, and I'm hungry.
Hungry.
But
But
there's-
hello, goodbye, Bluebee.
There are some drinks that are real drinks in there, like the Bloody Mary and the vodka with a question mark.
Well, no,
and
I
Pilk.
didn't. Pilk. I did. Well, I definitely know Pilk is real, unfortunately. But no, I noticed that for some of them. So I'm like, is that actually a drink? Because I've never heard of it before.
Well, you know, I've always got to have some common drinks, right? Can't all be
Yeah.
specials.
Oh, yeah. As you can clearly see from this evidence as well, there are only 3 books.
But I just don't believe it. I saw them there. I swear it. I saw them. Also, good night, Bluebee.
Well, why? No, madam. I'm afraid your powers of observation cannot be relied upon.
Damn.
Grr.
So it cannot be denied that though you say it was the defendant you saw, you could very well be mistaken.
Oh no. Oh no, oh no, oh no. No!
Objection!
Oh.
Man, her hair is long.
It's plainly evident that it is your powers of deduction that cannot be relied upon, my learned Nipponese friend.
My guy, there's literally a picture.
What?
What cannot be denied is that these 2 witnesses saw the accused running from the scene. A fact that you know very well you have no hope of disproving. So you've striven to avert attention from that by dint of some inconsequential discrepancies.
Don't worry, he'll pull a book out of his ass, just like his wines.
And then he'll smash it with his hand.
Would that be fair?
He sees right through me.
But your plan has somewhat recoiled against you.
What are you talking about?
It's quite simple. Let me explain with a toast.
Do I get some?
No, it's for me. To the policeman's wife and her entirely accurate testimony in every respect.
Oh,
You see, the matter is not up for debate. At the scene on Briar Road, a total of 4 books were most definitely found.
Objection!
Huh?
But what about the photographic print? It only shows 3 books.
Quite right. Only 3 can be seen in that print.
That print? You mean to say
He's been holding another one back?
Oh.
Oh.
I'll-
why is there a second photo?
Why didn't they show this to us before?
Allow me to present another. One that shows the victim's hand.
Oh, she's holding one. The lion's pride. That's still not aligned with what she said, though. I think it's
I don't believe it. It's the 4th book.
As you will observe, the 4th book was hidden from view in the original print by the victim's torso.
No. No.
Oh wait, their scarves connected.
Oh, that's so. It's the same scarf. They're sharing a scarf. That's
Super long
adorable.
scarf. Welcome to Ace Attorney, where the prosecution shoves all the evidence in their ass until they need to surprise you with it. It's wild.
It is quite the ass pull.
Order.
there. You see? Look at that. Look.
Yes.
It's just like I said. Isn't it, my darling?
Calm down.
Yes, sir. Patricia's always right, sir.
Let us study the receipt for the books purchased by the accused on the day in question. Mrs. Beat, the titles once again, if you please.
Oh yes, of course. The picture of Monsieur somebody or other.
The picture of Monsieur Lecoq.
What's it, yearnings?
Canterbury Yearnings.
A meal for someone.
A meal for Gabrau, in fact. As the court has just heard, the witness remembers the book titles flawlessly, save for a few minor details. Mrs. Beat's powers of recollection can only be described as exceptional.
Did you hear that, Rowley? The gentleman paid me a compliment.
Yes, sir. Flawless, sir. Patricia is flawless.
When one tries to run away, the other gets choked with a scarf like that. Yeah, she'd have to unwrap. When she ran to get the police box, she'd have to unwrap it.
Since she rolled them up like a little sushi roll in the snow.
They're so glued together that if someone managed to pull them apart, they could use whatever is between them as the strongest glue in the world. True.
I'm glad they're happy.
I'm so glad they're happy too, except for the last book. Yeah, the thingamins something is what she said, I think.
Yeah, the Lion's Pride is very not reflected in that.
Yeah.
But there are only 3 books on the receipt, and Mrs. Beat mentioned 4. There's nothing surprising about that. Clearly the 4th book is that which is shown in this photographic print.
We get to see that? Did they give it to us yet?
I don't know.
I'm sorry, Council, but does that not seem odd? Why should the 4th book be omitted from the receipt? Because she bought it or something.
That would make sense.
It's not odd at all, my lord.
She's holding it.
Wait. Is it burned? Wait. That's from Garadeb's house. His favorite book was Lion's Pride.
Oh! Wait, was it actually? Did he say his favorite book was The Lion's Pride?
I believe so.
But the fact that it's burned and the bookshelf got lit on fire.
Yeah.
Look at you! Oh my god, I would not. Oh wow. Wow, wow, wow.
It's not, Kev.
In other words, it belongs to the victim.
The victim was holding her own book?
I wonder, what became of that 4th book?
Obviously, it wasn't overlooked by the investigating officers at Scotland Yard. I have it here as evidence.
You will submit that in the aforementioned photographic print to the courts, please, Council.
My pleasure, my lord.
Okay, the second crime scene photograph and the 4th book. Lovely.
Oh, yeah.
The prosecution rests. I have nothing further to add.
What?
You seem surprised, my learned friend. But your resistance until now has been in vain. Entertaining, yes, but futile. The spurious longer route to the accused lodgings that you tried to establish in your Summation X examination, and the attempted discrediting of the witness's powers of recollection in your cross-examination. Futile? I walked right into this, didn't I?
You see, everything we've said is true. Isn't that right, my darling?
Yes, Pat. Marry me, Pat. So, perhaps the ladies and gentlemen of the jury would like to reconsider their positions.
I'm trying to. This is probably a good place to stop, right?
Yeah, if they're about to do their votes again, then we
Little
can.
cliffhanger.
Yeah.
Okay.
It has been going for a minute.
Yes.
Normally
like
there's-
Van Zeeks wants to rest, I too shall rest.
Teehee. I would normally expect a recess by now, but
Well, yeah. It's hard to tell when the different parts of the episodes are.
yeah,
That's okay.
that was fun though.
Yeah, thank you for joining me.
Thank you for having me here. In that
Hopefully-
case, I will make myself scarce so you can wrap up. This is very fun. Had a wonderful time.
Thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate it.
Oh, yeah.
We'll crack it next
Well-
time. Or figure out
Oh,
what's
yeah.
going on. At least.
Oh yeah. Well, bye.
Bye bye. Okay. We're probably gonna call. Oh my god. Okay, wait. It was Raider Sama's birthday, so we can read out to him. I'm sorry to stop on a little bit of a cliffhanger, but it's important to keep the spice there, you know, so people come back. We're gonna read out to Raider Sama, whose birthday it is today. So, wait, maybe I can make a little custom raid or custom thing. Many birthday wishes from your favorite bartender bishes. Okay. I'm gonna copy. Wait. Okay, there's one raid message. Let me just turn this on. And then let me see if we'll do a Zay cheer for the other raid message. Many birthday wishes from the bartending species. Okay, here are our raid messages. If you guys wouldn't mind copying them and spamming them when we get over there, I would really appreciate it. Raid X Raider Sama. It is his birthday, so give him all the love possible in the world for me, okay? I'll be there too, of course, but I'm gonna grab myself a little ice cream to enjoy while I watch. I hope you guys enjoyed, though. Thank you so much to Cole for joining me and helping me with all the voices, because there was a lot. We'll be streaming again sometime this week, but I'm not sure what day anymore, because I'm not sure Wednesday is gonna work out for me, and I'm not sure what we're streaming either, because I'm like, I want to start a new game, but I also don't want to, you know? So we'll figure it out. Literally anytime is very fun. I'm glad you're having fun with it too. I know it's a lot. I know, but your brain is working so overtime. You're doing amazing. I don't think I would have come up with the idea that the book belonged to the Gyarados, but it makes so much sense. I don't know how she ended up with it, but we're probably gonna find out and next time we play. But thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you to everyone who followed today and just hung out with me. It really, really does mean a lot. And I will see you guys next stream. Bye bye. Bye bye. Bye bye.